A beast on these beats. Heartbreaker on the track.
is going on, FHDL? And Saturday night is a night for fighting when it comes to drifting, because it is time for battles. But real quick, Forza Horizon Drift League presented by Plantronics Gaming is sponsored by 110 Customs. We don't just give 100% effort, we give you 110. Also sponsored by Figurative Tuning. Need a little help with your drift tune on Forza? Go to Figurative Tuning. They'll help you figure it out. Also sponsored by HKS Performance, bringing style to drifting since 2002. Also sponsored by Team 5Zygon, Forza Daily Skids on Instagram, vaporsonline.com, and stickerboost.com. Go to stickerboost.com, enter the code FHDL to get 15% off your purchase. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I need to get into the session and get my traffic out of the way and unmute Twin Turbskis, so that because he's our middleman between the drivers. And let's see here, get down to Silver Sands for round 6 of season 2 of FHDL. As you guys could see on the screen, if you have not heard the announcement, we are going to be changing to Forza Drifting Championships after the season is over, and we are going to be on Horizon and Forza. So if all the drivers could please, it looks like it, just make sure they're off the course. We got our first 8 in here as of right now. We will get through that first 8. Okay, Turbskis. All right, so let me give Predator traffic glitch real quick, because he's going to be running block vehicle for us. Get his out of the way, and then we'll get mine out of the way. But as I was saying, we're moving to Horizon and Motorsport, just basically doing a full-blown takeover. And we're going to be having the first 8 in the winner's bracket go through until we get down to 1, then do the second 8, then do winner's final, and then we will move to loser's bracket and see who's going to end up in the grand final. And a lot could happen tonight, guys. Preeminent Being, he's not in our first 8, but if Preeminent Being finishes ahead of Demon Shadow, he will clinch the championship. But if Demon Shadow finishes ahead of Preeminent Being, or at least finishes in the same spot in the bracket, the championship will be going all the way to the finale to see who's going to get it. So as we're waiting here, we'll check chat. If we have any newcomers to FHDL, please put that in chat. I do see that we do need to check our language. I do appreciate Turbskis for letting everybody know. We do have a couple sponsors that do ask us to watch language in chat and on stream. Let's see here. Looks like that beard guy says he's new to FHDL. I think that's Beard Radio. He is also competing tonight. He is in the second half. While we're waiting, I guess we could go ahead and let you know. I mean, you can kind of see on screen, but oh wait, he is in the first half, I think. Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. Thanks for correcting me, Turbskis. All right, so the way that's gonna go down, yeah, it's been a long day. Been a long time since we've done battles too, but so first battle, don't line up yet because we gotta go over the course preview for anybody that has not seen it yet that is in stream. Let me get my traffic glitch out of the way real quick, and then we'll go over how battles are going to go down in this half of the first 8 drivers. Now whenever I say first 8, guys, if you're new, I don't mean the first 8 qualifiers. I mean just the top half of the bracket, meaning they get to go first. And let's see here, get this out of the way. The first battle going down is going to be our number 1 qualifier going against Satan Serby. Well, first number 1 qualifier is Cub Scout going against Satan Serby. He's in the 16th spot. He qualified just outside the field, but we've had dropouts. He was the second reserve driver to get in. Then the next battle is going to be Exile Shocks against Feckin' Go Fast. Feckin' still has yet to show up, so he may be getting sent down to the loser's bracket due to a bye run. But we will push his battle off to last in this first half of the bracket until, and then we will see if he shows up by then. If not, then it'll go down to losers. And then the third battle is going to be AJ Soups All Over You against our defending champion, Exterior Guide 46. And then we got Dreary, formerly known as Stop Get Some Help, going against Beard Radio. So that's how that's going to go down. It looks like you got traffic glitch out of the way. I will go over the course preview, go park at the initiation point, and then we will get battles underway. And And just a reminder, Predator, I don't know if you remember, not always pull towards the chase driver, so you are facing the right way. So, oh, it's you. Sorry, Turkeys. I didn't see the gamer tag. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. All right. So, Turkeys, if you want, he could do block vehicle if you want, so that way you can judge. It's up to you. But drivers are going to start here behind the whoever's sitting here, which is probably gonna be Predator. They're both gonna honk when ready and pull away towards the chase car driver, allowing the lead car to pull away first. Then it's gonna be a 60-mile-an-hour roll till the second driveway on the right. Then they can accelerate and then initiate shortly after and hold their back tires in between the white line and the curb through these two driveways for the first outer zone. Diving back into an inside clip on this white line, jumping back out to the other white line, holding the second outer zone around the first corner, and jumping across to the other curb, because you're going to want to be, again, in between the white line and the curb for this corner for the third outer zone, and hold your back tires through that. And then jumping back out to the final outer zone number 4, and that goes back to the white line, holding that all the way to the finish, and the finish is this last tree before this little field here on your right. So I will try to do a full run here. I am sorry if I put in not a very good run, just because I've been practicing for ESDA Motorsport today. All right, so I'm going to act like the lead driver. I'm going to honk, and then Predator's going to pull forward. Do a 60-mile-an-hour roll. Accelerate. Not a good initiation. Didn't get that first outer zone, but getting the clip. Second outer zone, and then looks like I'm gonna drop tires on the curb. Like I said, not a good run for me, but you're gonna see these drivers pulling a much better run. And there's a run. So now I'm gonna go park at the initiation point. Get in drone mode, aka follow cam. And then we're gonna see battles get underway, guys, and see the FHDL Season 2 kick back off for round 6. All right. Looks like TrentFigure, our head of judging, is in the chat. If he's online, we need to get him in here so he can judge and co-host if he'd like to co-host. Looks like he is. And get him in here. I already got him an invite to the party and game. And then get him in here and see if he wants to co-host. If you don't have to. What's up, Orange? See that you're in the chat. Looks like we got people rooting for most hated. All right, looks like Trent's having some issues right now with his game. Wait, they won't go yet until we get Trent in here. But could Cub Scout and Satan Serby please pull up to the line? Cub Scout will be leading first since he is the higher qualifier. Cub Scout, you were in the right position. Looks like he's just going to warm up his tires or whatever he's doing. Alright, so we're also waiting for Predator to get back here to go to the restroom. We got some Elite Velocity fans in the chat here. Alright, looks like we got also Patrick Spalding rooting for Cub. And those of you that don't know, Cub scored the highest this season and in FHDL history since we changed the scoring. He scored a 98 in his qualifying, only 2 points off from a perfect score. Alright, so just waiting for Trent to get in here. I do apologize to wait, guys. Alright, Satan's, you're going to park on the other side of Cub Scout. Alright, so now we're just going to wait for Trent to get in here. So as you can see, Cub Scout running at S14 for Trifecta Drift Team, and then Satan Serby. I do apologize, Satan. I don't remember off the top of your head what your team is, but running that M3. But what'd you say, Terpskis? All right. I do appreciate that, Wagoner. I actually designed that myself today. Just got word that Satan's team is Gentlemen's Club, so he's going to be joining. All right, what's up, Trent? You going to be co-hosting, buddy? Looks like he might. Well, he's connected now. All right.
Just to stop freaking out too, and I need to mute everybody because my.
Well, I was just.
Sorry about being late as well.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to co-host. You don't have to co-host if you don't want to, but if you want to, you can.
My game's frozen though, so that's a thing.
Yeah, my game was messing up a little bit too. That's why we got kind of a late start. It was freezing up, and then it was saying Forza Online was messed up, and then finally got it working.
Well, if we can get things started, my game starts at start.
Okay. All right. So, if Serby could please pull up to the line. Here we go, guys. Time to get battles underway. Drivers, honk when ready. There's one, there's two. All right, there's the honks. And that's going to be a restart due to Predator having a little stall on the start. So if the drivers could please turn around. Looks like Predator stalled on the start, and that allowed Cub Scout to stall, and then Serby had to wait for him to take off again. And we want to make sure we have clean starts here in FHDL. So if drivers could please pull back up to the line and do that again. Alright, so drivers pull up to the line. Alright, so honk when ready, drivers, and we may go for your first run in battles. There's the two horns, and they're off and running. Here we go. Now we got a clean start. Cub Scout leading Serby. Cub Scout already opening up a gap, filling that first outer zone. Serby cutting corners, trying to get up to Cub's door. But it looks like he's going to, but then he's falling back behind. Satan's getting a little angle checky, but it looks like he's slowly closing the gap here. Cub Scout not filling that third outer zone in the second quarter, but now Satan getting right on Cub's door and then falls off right before the finish. I thought he was going to hold that there. But Trent, is your audio included? All right,
that's gonna be working now. But right. Looking great, ahead. Great run. Sorry, this is.
No, it's okay. I get it, man. Forza is a lovely game, but the servers aren't the greatest. I get it. All right, so here we go. Run number 2 of this battle. Drivers honk when ready. There's 2. They're off and running. We got another clean start. Looks like Cub may have just a slight advantage here. Satan's now filling that outer zone. Cub Scout trying to get on his quarter panel. But he was there. Oh, and it looks like Satan's going to spin and throw it to Cub Scout. As long as Cub can throw a clean run without zeroing or throwing an incomplete run, if I could talk. But looks like Cub Scout's going to take the win here as long as he can hold it all the way to the finish. And Cub Scout, I would think, would be moving on, Trent.
Yeah, I'd just like to clarify that once the lead driver is no longer active or spins or goes off course or something like that, the chase driver does not need to keep completing the run. It's at their discretion if they'd like to or not, but obviously it's no longer a tandem battle, so the run is essentially over.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up, Trent. I wasn't 100% sure on that. So we'll wait to get an official decision, which I think we all know what it is, but we have to have an official decision for it to move on.
May I get an invite to...
Yeah, you want to hit him with that, Turbskis?
There we go. Yeah, and we do have our decision.
All right, and what is that, buddy?
Well, I mean, it was pretty clear, but the win will go to Cub Scout.
All right, so our number 1 qualifier moving on the winners bracket. Serby, you are not eliminated, but you are down in the losers bracket. But until we need you again, could you please leave the party in session so we can free up room for our next group of drivers? All right, so the next one up would be Exile Shocks against Go Fast. But Go Fast is not here, so we like to give people the benefit of the doubt and push his battle off to last in this group. So the next battle up is going to be AJ Soups All Over You against our defending champion Exterior Guide, and AJ will be leading because he is the higher qualifier. So
do
Trent,
we do traffic glitch or do we have people blocking?
We have to do traffic glitch.
Just wondering, sorry. Okay, I won't do it, but
I don't know if I would think it would be easier for you, but it's up to you, Trent. All right. So good to see, Trent, that our defending champion is able to qualify for an event again.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's always good to see these people back. Sorry, I need to hop in drone mode here, but yeah, it's really good to see these people back. Good to see that we still have a good crowd coming out for this event, especially after a long hiatus here. We really appreciate everybody that's still sticking with us, even though you may not have a chance at the championship. That's not always what it's about.
Right. And like I was telling John in qualifying, man, it's weird that towards the end of the season, I mean, this is only our 2nd season, but it happened last season because you came around this time, is a lot more drivers sign up, or new drivers sign up towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, certainly that's how it's looked. I mean, from season 1, I came in 2 events into the last 2 events, so it's you get quite a mix as the season comes to a close. Grab up a bit more people, and then hopefully they come back when we start up again.
Right. All right. So here we go. Battle number 2. Drivers honk when ready. Right, there's 2 horns. They're off and running. AJ leading first in that dart, as he's known for. Exterior falling a little bit behind. He's going to have to close it up here. AJ filling that first Arizona, and Exterior is going to go off course. So that's going to be an incomplete run for him. AJ going to have a huge advantage going into this next run, Trent.
Yeah, that's kind of pretty inactive. I mean, unfortunate for him to have to shut it down real early there and go off course, but definitely gives AJ the advantage and him a big disadvantage going in. So we'll see how this goes down. It's going to have to come down to AJ making a massive mistake in the chase position in order to throw this into one more time.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to wait for the drivers to pull back up to the starting line. AJ, as you can see, on the side of his dart, sponsored by Vapors. And then you got Exterior Guide running that Chelsea DeNova inspired paint from 110 Customs. All right, so drivers honk when ready. All right, here we go. Oh, nope. Restart. Predator pulled the wrong way. Or has to pull, allowing the lead driver to go first. So once the drivers pull back up to the line again. All right, drivers when ready, honk, and then you may go for your second run. There's the 2 horns and they're off and running. Like Trent was saying, exterior has to hope that AJ makes a huge mistake here for him to stay in the winner's bracket. Otherwise, he's a sure into the losers. But so far, AJ not proving that. He is up on exterior. Not right up on his door, but still good proximity, Trent.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was noticing that as they drove by. AJ's very tight with his tandems, is always looking like his normal self out here. I mean, a little bit jittery with some wavering going around, but I'm pretty sure that's just client, or not client side, but with the game servers and whatnot. Looked like yeah, pretty decent follow in there for AJ, so I think we all know how this one's gonna go.
Exactly, especially with exterior dropping all 4 tires in that last corner, getting another incomplete run. So we have to still wait for an official decision yet again, just to verify it from our judges.
And make it official, it is AJ Soups gets the win.
All right, so exterior guide, you are not eliminated, but you are going down to the losers bracket. If you could please leave the party in session, and we'll reinvite you when we need you again, buddy. So the next battle up is going to be Beard Radio against Dreary. Beard is going to be leading first because he is your higher qualifier. So this is Beard's first event. Did very well in qualifying, Trent, getting that number 4 qualifier. The nerves must have not got to him.
Yeah, that's definitely a big play here. If you can keep your nerves down, you can do great because you're just going to be partying out there. And that's the most important thing, is having fun.
Exactly. And also what's good, too, is he was our most consistent high-scoring driver. If I remember right, he scored an 80 in his first run and an 81 in his second.
Yeah.
So here we go. Drivers honk when ready. Sorry to cut you off there, Trent. Just trying to keep the show going. Oh, it looks like Beard may have stalled there, so Dreary having to slow down. Now there's a gap. Just dropping a tire is Beard, but still having a good line. Dreary holding good angle as well, but he's really got to close this gap. And it looks like he might not close it because he is not doing what he needs to do to close it. Here he is. He's starting to close it here, but throwing some big angle, almost spinning it, but he held it. What crazy angle from Dreary, but there was no proximity, Trent.
Yeah, that's just one thing that's key. That's a little bit extra thing that we like to run. I know that a lot of other series don't really run it like this, but as FD is, basically the lead car is a moving clipping point, so you always want to be on their door. Otherwise, it's kind of iffy there with how your run will be.
Right. It almost looked like as if Dreary forgot that as a chase driver, like you said, has to think that the lead driver as a clipping point. Rather, the chase driver has to worry about proximity more than line, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. We have a more emphasis on line, as we have had or not on line, but on tandems as we have all season. I mean, obviously with qualifying, we want you to run a perfect line, but in the lead position, your goal is to run a 100-point qualifying run, but in the chase position, your goal is to be on their door.
All right, so drivers honk when ready. You may go for your second run of this battle. So obviously, Beard Radio having not a huge advantage, but a big advantage going into this run, since Dreary had no proximity and Radio already on him. Good initiation, not filling the entire outer zone. Sorry for the bad camera angle there. And Dreary making a big correction. Judges will have to determine whether he's straightened or not. Throwing some big angle is Dreary, but not holding good line, and then Radio goes off course. Oh, but here goes Dreary. Did he go off course before the finish? This one's going to be hard for you guys to judge, Trent. You guys may have to base this off the run number 1.
Ooh, that'll probably be what it comes down to. Yeah, just looking at that there.
All right, so we will wait for a decision. What an exciting run, getting The show started here in only our third battle. I'm sure it's some elite velocity people in there. Ammo's hated just going nuts on that battle. A little bit of a friendly rivalry between those two teams. But we will wait for a decision. And we will be right back. All right, still waiting on a decision, guys, but as you could tell just from those runs, it's going to be hard for our judges to make a decision. Let me know, and it looks like people are already saying it there. Let me know in the chat, guys, who you guys think took it. We got a couple of them rooting for Beard Radio. And just got to remember, guys, though, Beard did spin and go off course, where Dreary nearly went off course, but sounds like we may have a decision, Trent.
Yeah, it's coming down to that the first run here and how who stuck it out, and it's gonna be going to Beard Radio.
So
Beard Radio gets the win.
Beard Radio moving on, like they said, had to just really go off the first run, Trent, just because I guess you could almost deem the second run as unjudgeable because the two mistakes.
Yeah, if there had been a big mistake from Beard in the first run, we would have had to run one more time probably. But it certainly wasn't the prettiest. But he got the win nonetheless.
All right, so that means Feck and Go Fast is still not here. And sponsors, I'm not saying the F word. He spells it F-E-C-K, just to clarify that. But Exile Shocks. Yeah. Fack, not the other one. But
you have to say it like a Canadian, fake.
Fake. But anyway, Exile Shocks needs to pull it to the line for his buy run to send Go Fast. I'm just gonna call him that. Send Go Fast down to the losers bracket.
Go Fast. Yeah, that works better.
Looks like Exile's not here either. So, Trent, you are the head of judging. Since neither driver is here. How do you want this to handle? Do you want the higher qualifier to automatically move on, or how do you want to handle this?
Well, I mean, for the sake of the bracket, I'm sure we should move on the higher qualifier, since neither of them are here. But how much would it disrupt the bracket if we? How much would it disrupt the bracket if we didn't let either of them, since neither of them showed to the line?
I don't know, because how we normally do things, we do the first half of the bracket. The next battle would be between these guys and Cub Scout.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing it halvesies, so if we might have to just go to the other half of the battle if we could, or the other half of the bracket, but that's a lot of work.
Or do we do it this way? Give Cub Scout a buy run, see if one of these guys will get on, and whoever shows up first will get their buy run, and that's who goes down to the losers bracket.
Yep, sounds good to me.
All right, so Cub Scout, please pull it to the line, and we'll go ahead and on the bracket. When you guys see this on the social media, guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and move on the higher qualifier. But that's not how everything went down. I just got to do it so that way I can move Cub Scout on further. So Cub Scout, just honk when ready, and you may go for your buy run. Hopefully Byron just don't get the best of them here, Trent.
Yeah, otherwise we might. Oh, Jesus! I almost hit backwards in my chair. Whew! Mini heart attack. Sorry.
Yeah, as I say that, he goes off course and hits a tree.
I mean, good thing this ain't real life. Otherwise, you would have just totaled this car.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit too hot there on the entry.
I mean, an extra look
not much we can do against that, though.
Right, right.
Give Byron the win, you know. Byron takes the win.
All right, so there's Cub Scouts run officially moving on. And then I will have to go back if we can get one of these guys on and fix it to where whoever gets on first, that's who will run in the losers bracket in that position. So the next battle is going to be AJ Soups All Over You against Beard Radio. And Beard Radio is going to be leading first. And this one's going to be good, guys, because this is your number 4 and 5 qualifiers. All right, so we'll wait for them to pull up to the line. And this is going to be a team battle, too, so that's even better. It's 4 and 5 qualifiers, both from the same team. You guys are about to see a hell of a battle here, so. All right, looks like AJ may have been just warming up his tires. Beard Radio's going to pull up to the line, ready to go. All right. Looks like they're ready. Drivers honk when ready, and then you may go for your first run. All right, there's the 2 horns. They're off and running. Beard Radio leading, AJ in the chase. Beard Radio filling at least half of that first outer zone. Both drivers slightly dropping a tire in the first corner, but good tandem so far, both matching angle. AJ doing a great job holding on to him. Beard Radio not filling that third outer zone. Here they come through the final corner. Beard Radio a little bit angle checky. AJ holding bigger angle, but still staying on his door. What a chase run from AJ there, Trent.
Typical AJ right there, just throwing it down, textbook.
All right, so now we're going to have them line up for their second run. All right, drivers honk when ready. There's the horns, and then they're off. I would think it's pretty even because Beard Radio had a good lead run, but not top notch. But here goes AJ in that fast dart. Beard's got to close the gap here because AJ was on his door almost the entire time throughout this course. And right now there's about a car length between them. But AJ making a slight mistake. Can he correct it? He does. But here he comes, Beard getting right back up on him. But then AJ pulls right back away right before the finish. I don't know how AJ held on to that, Trent.
Yeah, quite incredible. That curb is quite nasty when it comes to getting up on it. It can really snag your car and spin you around if you're not careful.
Exactly. So we'll wait for a decision here. This one's going to be pretty hard for our judges just because AJ was on Beard's door, but then he made that mistake in the lead. We will be right back. All right, while we're still waiting for a decision, let me know in chat what you guys think. Is it AJ moving on, or is it Beard, or do you guys want to see an OMT from these two? Looks like Carnage King, who unfortunately couldn't be here, who's second in the points. And since he couldn't be here, unfortunately, that means he is now out of title contention. But he says an OMT in the chat. And I'm not a judge or anything, but I think I agree with Carnage. I want to see these guys go again just because, like I said before, we went to a slight little break waiting for a decision. AJ was on Beard's door, but then he made that slight mistake in the lead.
All right, so we have a decision made, and they will not be running one more time.
All right, so who is it?
We compared runs. They both had pretty similar lead runs with like one fairly good mistake or little mess up. AJ had the waiver on the curb. Beard had the on the third outer zone or one of those, the last outer zone. He was kind of not out there. So it really came down to that the chase position, and AJ was just right there up on his door, so AJ is going to be getting the win.
All right, so AJ moving on. Beard, you're not eliminated, but you are down in the loser's bracket. If you could please leave the party in session until we need you again to free up some room. And then we will go on with winner's bracket. But AJ, don't go anywhere, because next up is winners semifinal out of the first group, and it's going to be Cub Scout, your number 1 qualifier, against AJ Soups All Over You. So, Trent, this one's going to be interesting just because Cub Scout showed in qualifying he can definitely run that line, and that's going to be good for him in the lead position because he's going to be leading first. But AJ's very good in the chase, as we've seen tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he typically is real close follow on that. He can match or better angle. So definitely going to be an interesting battle here. I mean, Cub Scout has certainly stepped up and really proven himself throughout the season. I don't think this was his first season, I believe, with us. So it was really, really cool seeing him come up and join in with us, not really starting very well, but work his way up and start becoming this awesome driver. And they have had quite a bit of time to practice on this course, so I'm really enjoying seeing some really good tandems going down.
Oh yeah, and like you said, Cub Scout's new here. He came in about halfway through the season. His very first event, he went to the losers semifinal. The next event, he made it to the losers final. That means there's only one step left, and that's that grand final, Trent.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
All right, so here we go. Drivers, honk when ready, and you may go. Who's going on to the winners final? Here we go. Cub Scout leading AJ in the chase. As we said, Cub Scout a very good leader, a great chaser. Cub Scout filling out our zone, just slightly dropping a tire. Oh, but then Cub Scout makes a mistake. That is not going to be good for Cub Scout, because AJ had to come to a stop just to keep from slamming into him, Trent.
Yeah, that would shut it down right there. That's straightening.
All right, so now Cub Scout's running. Go ahead.
Yeah, that leaves AJ with the advantage coming into this second run here.
Yeah, and as I was getting ready to say, after that mess up, Cub was put in a phenomenal line. Had he not making that mistake, it might have been a different story, Trent.
Definitely, yeah. It seems like he's really grippy, and coming into this first big corner here has been a bit of an issue. As we saw in his buy run, he went right into that tree, threw it a little bit too hard sideways, so looked like he kind of angled out and then compensated, gripped up, and straightened out.
All right, so here we go. Run number 2, drivers honk when ready. So here they go. Cub Scout, gotta hope that AJ makes a mistake, but it looks like Cub Scout may have stalled a little bit because now AJ's got a huge gap. Cub Scout a little bit all over the place. Now he's gotta hope that he can close this gap quickly, or hope that AJ makes a huge mistake to at least make it interesting. Cub Scout running a phenomenal line, but AJ running a better one. Here he goes trying to close it up in the last corner, but he's not going to. So unfortunate for Cub Scout, our number 1 qualifier, and we still have to wait for an official decision, but I think we know which way this is going, Trent.
Yeah, he might have been able to get a bit more proximity on him had he been cutting in on the corners earlier rather than waiting for that last corner there. Looks like that's how it is.
All right, so we will wait for a decision. We will be right back. Shouldn't take long, guys.
All right, well, looks like we have our decision here.
All right, give it to him, buddy.
It will be AJ getting the win because of that massive mistake in the lead run from Cub.
All right, so AJ moving on to the winners final. Normally, AJ, I would ask you to stay in here and wait to see who's going to be battling you, but since we have so much staff in here for once, if you could please leave the party in session, we'll reinvite you whenever we need you, and we'll get the second half in here in just a moment. We will take a short intermission while we do that and get everybody's traffic glitch out of the way. Turfskis, I'm going to pass leadership to you so you can do that while I sit here and have music playing and make sure that everybody gets traffic glitch out of the way. I will leave it to where you guys can follow us on social media, and we will be right back. Alright guys, we are back, and we got 7 of the 8 drivers. We cannot get a hold of Night Fox. So we will put his battle off to last out of this group. Alright, so I do see some people have some problems with the judging in chat. Again, we need to keep censorship because of our sponsors. Predator, if you could get back to your spot, please. Alright, so first battle up is going to be, well, that would be the Demon Shadow and Night Fox battle, but Night Fox isn't here, so that will be pushed off the last in this group. So then the first battle is going to be Lustral 7 against our current points leader, Preeminent Being. Preem will be leading first because he is the higher qualifier. Need to be lined up with the driveway Predator. Alright, so just waiting for Predator to get in position. Predator, if you could please get into position. One second, guys, we'll be right.
And you have to unmute me and Trent.
Alright, now I got you guys unmuted. Sorry about that. Alright, so.
There we go.
Alright, so hold on. I gotta go through and mute all the drivers real quick. So who needed leader? Cobra? Alright, sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, just have Predator do it because I'm like watching chat, trying to help Trent and Judge. So.
Alright, there you go. There you go, Cobra. Just go do your traffic glitch and then give me leader back. And Predator, if you could get back in position, please. Alright, so we'll wait for Cobra to get his traffic glitch out of the way, get back down here off the course, and then we will get underway with battles. Alright, so let's see here. Make sure I got all the proper people muted. Looks like NGU Flight. Looks like NGU Flight is still connecting to the party. Alright, so looks like Cobra's back. Alright, so it looks like these guys are going to run in the rain. Normally we would do a rain delay, but that's only in qualifying. It's more fair whenever it's tandems because then both drivers have to drive in the rain. Alright, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's the 2 horns. And there you go. Your current points leader, Preeminent Being, in the lead spot. Lustral 7 from Elite Velocity in the chase, and that dart filling that first outer zone is Preeminent Being. But Lustral staying right there with them with more angle as well. Preem looked like he was struggling on this course, and it looks like he's going to spin your current points leader. Spun and went off course, so it looks like Lustral 7 is going to have a big advantage going into run number 2, Trent.
Definitely. That's quite a massive thing, as we saw that the killer curb coming out into play again, taking another driver, well, I guess taking our first driver of the night, almost being, our first almost being AJ, but now our first being Preeminent Being, which is quite an upset for one of our point leaders here.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so here we go. Big advantage going to Lustral 7. Drivers honk when ready. And it was just strange, as I was saying that, Preem was struggling in qualifying with this course, and he's showing it here in battles. A little bit of a late initiation from Lustral 7. Good initiation by Preem. And Preem holding on to that dart, staying close to him, not on his door, but it looks like Lustral 7 making a mistake, dropping 2 tires. He's able to save it, as AJ did in the dart as well. And Preem stayed with him, but it's probably not going to be enough to save him from that big mistake in the first run, Trent.
Yeah, with the case of an incomplete run happening like that, that differentiates from a 0 and an incomplete run. Zeros are only when we're numerically scoring, which is qualifying, since this is tandem battles. So this is like it would be an in race with a big deficit like that. It's rather important to be able to get both your runs. So needless to say, we can probably see how this is going to go.
All right, so we still have to wait for an official decision to make it known who's moving on. Go ahead and get my bracket up here on my phone. All right, so still waiting for a decision. Just unfortunate events for our points leader. As I said at the beginning of the stream, Preem has to finish ahead of Demon Shadow to clinch the championship here in Silver Sands. Otherwise, he will have to wait to the finale, or for the finale, to clinch it. And especially with Demon Shadow possibly having a bye run in the first round is a good sign, with Preem probably going to the losers bracket here, and Demon moving further on in the winners bracket. But it matters where they finish their night, Trent.
Yep, definitely. All right, and we do have a verdict here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
The win will be going to Lustral 7. Lustral 7 gets the win.
Lustral moving on. Preem, you're not eliminated, as you know, but you are down losers bracket. If you could please leave the session and party till we need you again. All right, so the next battle is going to be Slver against NGU Flight, and Slver is going to be leading first because he is your higher qualifier. Last I checked, NGU Flight was connecting to the party, so I don't know if he can hear me. Looks like he's still connecting. If someone could please message him and tell him that he's up and chasing first. And it looks like David the Skater might have lagged out of the party too, if we could get him back in here. Right, so just waiting for NGU Flight to come up. Looks like he's not even in the game, so I don't know what's going on there. Let's see here if we can get him back in here. Let me get David the Skater back in here. And NGU Flight into the game. If he's unable to get in here right now, this battle will also be pushed off, and then we will run the next battle, which would be David the Skater and the Cobra of Spade. So let's see if we can get him in here. David the Skater connecting, as well as NGU Flight. So looks like NGU Flight is loading in, meaning I will have to give him leader. All right, so just gave NGU. Okay, so
Yeah,
that
I
is
can
fine.
concur. That is what he's saying.
All right, so it looks like NGU Flight's going to go up, get his traffic glitch out of the way, and then pass the leadership back to me and line up for his battle. And these guys are teammates from Elite Velocity. And just so everybody knows that it's new to FHDL, once we are done with the winners final to see who's going on to the grand final through that bracket, we will have about a 10 to 15 minute intermission just to get everything ready and just to get a break, just because these battles do go on pretty long, and that way the drivers get a break to use the restroom, get something to eat, whatever the case may be, before we get on to the losers bracket. All right, so just waiting for NGU Flight to get back down here and pass the leadership on. All right, so he just passed leadership. That means he's ready. He's going to make his way back down here. All right, so he is here. All right, so drivers honk when ready, and you may go for your first run in this battle. One. All right, I didn't hear a second honk, but it looks like they are ready. Salzig pulling a gap, but then Flight closes it right back up like it's nothing. But here goes that Malou that is known to be so fast in that lead position. Both showing good angle. Oh, but then he's going to straighten up in the chase. There is Flight, as Salzig's just putting down a hell of a lead run there, Trent.
Oh, yeah, shouldn't affect too much. I mean, all Salzig's got to do now is keep it sideways next to him. But I mean, what he's hoping for is somebody else to sorry, names are tough. Hoping for him to straighten out, for Salzig to straighten out in the chase or do some kind of big mistake.
Exactly, and we all know how good Salzig is in that chase. All right, so drivers honk when ready. There's the two horns. Both drivers ready and they're off. Salzig applying the pressure off the start. Off the course just slightly is Flight with not much angle in that lead. Fight in the rain, you can tell these guys both are struggling with the course being wet as it is. But then Salzig closing the gap right back up, staying on his bumper. This is all he has to do to ensure a victory. And it looks like he got the job done there, Trent.
He always knows what he needs to do.
Right, so I mean, I think we all know how this is going to play out, but we still have to wait for an official decision, and we will be right back with that decision.
Tito.
Ironhawk, I'm not sure what your gamer tag is, and explain why you want to be out of the losers bracket.
Well, if he wants to be out of the losers bracket, he just doesn't have to show up, so it'll be fine. Just leave him in. But anyways, we have our decision here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
So to keep it going, the winner of this battle will be Salzig.
So Salzig moving
will
on.
get the win.
Flight, you are not eliminated, but you are down in the losers bracket. But if you could please leave the session and party until we need you again, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, so let's see here. 1 second, guys. All right, so the next battle is going to be the Cobra of Spade against David the Skater, and the Cobra of Spade will be leading because he is your higher qualifier. He's your number 2 qualifier, and David the Skater was actually your first reserve driver, so he got in here due to dropouts. So if he could please pull up to the line. I know he's listening to chat for directions, so it may take him a while to respond to the directions, because I know the stream's always about 10 to 30 seconds behind depending on everybody's internet. All right, so it looks like he's lined up, ready to go. Driver's honk when ready. There's one, there's two. Here we go, they're off and running. Cobra Spade from Elite Velocity leading, getting a huge gap on that 240. A little bit of a late initiation from Cobra. Good initiation from David, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for that proximity as he's slowly catching up to Cobra. Cobra not filling that outer zone on the second corner. Here he comes through the final corner. Can Cobra clean up his line as David's slowly catching up to him? But David's going to spin. He was doing exactly what he needed to, but was unable to finish out the run, Trent.
Yeah, in the slick, it can just start to get away from you. And I mean, it's a somewhat easy, difficult course in the dry, so I can't imagine what it's like running it in the rain.
All right, so here we go. Run number 2. David has to really hope that Cobra makes a big mistake here. Driver's honk when ready. Just waiting for that second honk. All right, whoa, there's a bad start. Don't know what happened there with Predator's truck. But I heard you, Terpsky's all right, Satan. I understand. That is fine. We will just go ahead and do a buy run when your battle comes up. Driver's honk when ready. There's the 2 horns. Now they're off and running. David in the lead, Cobra in the follow. Good initiation from David. Oh, a little bit of angle checkiness from him. Good initiation from Cobra. All Cobra really has to do is just stay on his door, because he has a huge advantage since David spun in the first run. And it looks like he's doing that. David not really having the cleanest of runs in that lead. Looks like he's struggling with the asphalt being wet on this course, and he sends it off in frustration. But I think we know which one, if I could talk, I think we know which way this one's going, Trent.
Oops, sorry, mic was muted. Yeah,
You're
the
fine,
rain is definitely one big. Words are hard. It's tough to drive in the rain. All right, now we do have our decision here.
All right.
And it will be Cobra will get the win.
All right, so Cobra moving on in the winner's bracket. And David, you are not eliminated, but you are down in the loser's bracket. If you could please leave the session and party till we need you again, that'd be awesome. So, still nothing from Night Fox. So, if Demon could please pull it to the line to run his buy run. All right, so here we go. Demon just honk when ready. You may go for your buy run. And Demon put in a great qualifying run in the rain as well. So here he goes for his buy run. Great initiation. As you can tell, that rain's making him slide a little bit more than expected. Line's not the greatest, but it's a buy run, so he's just getting another look at the track before he has to battle someone. Great
Shaking
final
down my
corner.
car.
Oh yeah. Picked it up there in the final corner. Well, Cobra, you have time to go to the restroom really quick, because then the next battle up is going to be Demon Shadow against Lustral 7. And Demon is going to be leading first. So now it looks like the asphalt's gonna be dry. This should be a good battle after seeing how Lustrals ran. And we all know how great Demon can run, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's a horn, they're off and running. Oh, it looks like Lustrals stalled it. Demon's gonna start off with a huge gap. Not the cleanest of initiations, but he's cleaned up his line a little bit. Here comes Lustrals into the picture now, trying to close that gap. Looks like he's going to. Oh, he's right on his door. What a chase run. It didn't start off well, but he is definitely picking it up here, staying right on Demon's door. But was the gap too big for too long in the beginning? That's what's going to probably come down to when it comes to judging that run, Trent.
Oh yeah, what we'll definitely be looking for is Demon not to just be kind of sitting back because he feels like he has it, but to still be pushing, and because that's ultimately what we want to see. We want to keep it entertaining for the viewers as well, so we want to be seeing drivers door to door no matter what.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your second run. What Demon has to do here is stay close to Lustrals through the entire run, and I would think that Demon would be moving on, but Lustrals gets a good start. It's not as big of a gap as it was before. Demon's dropping a couple tires, but closing the gap. He's got to hold on to that dart as close as he can because Lustrals is on his door. There he goes, getting close to him. There goes Demon trying to dive back in again. Good proximity from Demon, but the question is, was the gap that Lustrals had in his chase go on for too long compared to Demon's? We'll have to wait for a decision here in a little bit. We'll be right back. Also in chat, let me know what you guys think. Is it going to be Lustrals? Do you think the gap was not that long and he held on the door a lot better, which he did, but Demon was also closer for longer? Or is it going to be an OMT? Let me know in the chat.
Alright, and we do have our decision.
All right, what is the decision, buddy?
We have decided that it will be a one more time.
All right, so it's going to go one more time between these two. Demon going to be leading first. All right. So before we go, Trent, if you want to explain it to chat why it's going one more time, just so there's no discrepancies like there was with some battles in earlier tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just came down to how me and Turbskis felt about it. In my opinion, at least for me, the gap that Demon had, or at the distance Demon was following, it kind of was a bit farther back than we would have liked to see to really push it all the way through. So the way that Lester just kind of held on there was really good. So it kind of offset it for us. So we're kind of back to even. So it's kind of just it felt right to throw an OMT.
All right, so here we go. OMT, run number 1. Drivers honk when ready. There's the 2 horns. Demon's going to be leading first. Lustrals gets a much better jump in this run. That's what he needed to do. Here they go in the rain, though. Good initiation from Demon as well. Lustrals holding a pretty good proximity gap right here as he's slowly closing it up, but he's got to watch that he's not too close for the transitions. He rides the bumper. What a chase from Lustrals so far. But Demon throwing down a hell of a lead run as well. And it looks like Demon's going to drop some tires. Probably go too much, but was Lustrals straightening before Demon nearly spun, or did he straighten because Demon spun? The judges will have to determine that. And I'm glad I'm not a judge like you guys are, Trent.
Yup, we got the fun job.
All right. So it could come down to both making a mistake and possibly coming down to this run. So here we go, drivers honk when ready. Here Here we go. Starting to get a little dark and in the rain, and that is not fun here on this game. Very late initiation from Lustrals. He didn't even initiate until after the first outer zone. Now Demon's got to play catch up here. We know he can run in the rain. He showed it in qualifying. As he closes up on Lustrals, he's right there with him, almost matching angle. Here they come through the final corner. Demon getting real close to him. Lustrals nearly spinning as well. This could go to an OMT just from so many mistakes, Trent.
Definitely, this is a difficult one for us. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how it was here. I'll let you know in a bit.
All right, so we will wait for a decision. But let me know what you guys think in chat, what should happen, how this should go down. Lustrals had a closer chase, but Demon made a mistake a little bit in the lead position, but then Lustrals made the same mistake in his lead position in the same exact corner. So let me know what you guys think. We will be right back.
Just re-invite him back.
All right, if someone could get Lustrals back into the party, just go to, or here, I can do it actually. Oh no, there he is.
Looks
All
like
right.
he's back. And he will need to be back because we're going to send them one more time, but let's let another battle move on. Just let these guys kind of take a breather for a moment, and so they can, as they say in Formula Drift, change their tires and get more fluids in the cars. So let's start on the next battle if we can.
All right, so 1 second, guys. So the other battle that needs to go on is going to be the Cobra of Spade against Salzig. And Cobra is obviously going to be leading because, as of right now, he is your highest qualifier in the winner's bracket since Cub Scout got sent to the losers in the first half. All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. As you can see, teammates, so you should see a good one here, battling in the rain and in the dark. This will be interesting. Cobra getting a good lead, filling that first outer zone beautifully. That Malou so fast, so let's see if he can catch up, though. That rain's going to make it hard as he's slowly closing the gap, but a beautiful line from Cobra so far. Oh, but he taps this curve, but can he save it? He does. Oh, and Salzig throws huge angle, but is he? Oh, how did he hold it? How did Salzig hold that? He didn't have proximity while doing it, but the angle he threw.
Wow.
Man.
Yeah, that was incredible. Almost doing an illegal pass at the end there, but he kept it under control. That was quite the thing to recover from.
Yeah, Trent, I don't know how he
Definitely
kept
gonna kind of put him
drift.
at a deficit. Yeah. I'm better than spinning, but it's gonna put him at a deficit, so he should be hoping for a big mistake from Cobra in the chase.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your second run. All right, here they go. Salzig in the lead now with that fast Malou. Oh, a little bit of contact, but didn't seem to mess Salzig up too much. Both very good initiation. Here they go through here. Very good line from both. Also good proximity. This is where you see the teammate tandeming come into play. Oh, a little bit of contact. A little bit more angle from Salzig, but was he dropping a tire through that entire corner? The judges will have to determine that, and we will be back with a decision from Trent. Let me know in chat, though, what you guys think.
All right, and we're back with our decision.
All right, what is it, buddy?
will be Cobra of Spade getting the win.
So
Spade
Cobra
getting the win.
Cobra moving on. It's not that I disagree with you, but could you elaborate for the viewers?
Yes, just to iterate it, it was because Salzig at the end in his chase through pretty fat angle, if I must say so, but really got gapped and lost his proximity there, while Cobra kept his consistent gap or consistent spacing behind Salzig the whole run. So I mean it's really coming down to that minute detail, but it's what cost him the run.
Right. So could you say, had he held that proximity with that angle, could this be going the other way?
I could see it going the other way. It certainly showed that he was pushing on his lead run, but if he had a bit cleaner of a lead run rather than being a little bit off course, rather than dropping a couple tires, it would have been a lot better in his favor.
All right, so here we go. OMT number 2 between these two, Lustrals and Demon Shadow. Demon leading first. Here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's the horns. Here we go. Now we are definitely in the dark, in the rain. Going to be hard for these drivers to see where to go. Demon filling that first outer zone. A little bit of contact from Lustrals, but not too much to mess with Demon's line. Lustrals trying to stay in there. That rain's so slick. He doesn't want to get too close to make contact, but now he's losing proximity because of it. Excuse me. But Demon not hitting that last outer zone. That's going to cost him huge. And then spun before the finish. Jeez. Lustrals had it in the bag with him not hitting that last outer zone, Trent, but then he spun. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Lustrals was looking good for that first half of the course. They were just sitting right in that pocket, and it came down right to that last little bit there where he just kind of overcooked it a little bit and sent it a little too hard.
All right, so here we go. Round number 2 in this OMT number 2. Drivers honk when ready. There's the 2 horns. They're off and running in that rain again. Lustral's got to hope that Demon makes a huge mistake here. Demon totally cutting the corner there. May have dropped all 4 tires. But here we go. Demon also nearly straightening there. And Lustral's throwing in the line of a lifetime for him. And he nearly spun there again. But Demon did not make a big mistake unless he indeed did drop all 4 tires in that first corner, Trent.
Well, in the chase position, tires doesn't matter because we want to see you doing whatever you can to get right back. Only the lead driver is scrutinized on whether they can comply to the 100-point qualifying run.
That is correct. I just wanted you to verify that. All right, we will be back with the decision, guys.
All right, after grueling battles, I believe we do have our decision here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
It will be NSR Demon Shadow getting the win.
So Demon Shadow moving on. Lustrals, you are not eliminated, but you are down in losers bracket. If you could please leave party and session, that would be greatly appreciated. So now it is time for the winner semifinal in the second half of this bracket to see who's going to face AJ Soups Overview in the winners final. And leading first is going to be Cobra of Spade because, like I said, he is now the highest qualifier in the winners bracket since Preem got sent down. And Demon is really looking to go as far as he can because he knows Preem is going to be pushing it in that losers bracket to try to clinch. Here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's a second honk. Here we go. Cobra leading first. It looks like it's dry now, but it's still dark as hell. And good initiation from both drivers. Demon holding on to that quarter panel, throwing bigger angle, but still holding the proximity. What a run from both drivers, but Demon makes a slight mistake on the curb, but can he hold it? Oh, Cobra went off track, but is it because, was there contact is what they're going to have to determine. Was there contact that sent Cobra off, or did Cobra just clip the last bit of the curb that sent him off? That one's going to be hard to determine, Trent.
Yeah, my eyes, that was a little bit sketchy right there. So we'll have to see how this second run plays out and if there's going to be any big difference there.
All right, so if there was no contact and they both, or if there was contact, or I don't know how to judge that, even just looking at it. That's why I'm not a judge. But here we go, driver's honk when ready for your second run. All right, so here we go. They're off and running. Second run, Demon now leading Cobra. Demon didn't quite fill that whole outer zone in the first outer zone, but here they go, cleaning it up in this first corner. A little bit of contact. Oh, but now Cobra straightens, goes off course, and hits him as well. And now Cobra straightening it up again and just going to cruise it out. Not sure what happened there to Cobra because they slowed down so much because of the contact. They kind of cut out a screen there, out of camera view, but something happened to Cobra, Trent, to where he gripped up and made big contact on Demon.
Yeah, it looked pretty bizarre. He's been pretty settled throughout the night, but this battle has just been a little bit weird for him.
I mean, I hate to say it because I hate to say it just because of a driver, but I mean, everybody's been seeing how Demon's been driving all season long. He's definitely one of the top runners. He's number 2 in the points, battling Preem for the championship. I mean, it could just be pressure going up against Demon.
Yep, it could just be that. But, I mean, if this was real life, we could say, hey, he broke something on his car. But, sadly, that's not the case. So, we'll be back to you with a decision.
All right, we'll be right back. Let me know what you guys think. I already see some people saying OMT, some people saying Demon. We'll be right back.
Alright, and I think we do have our decision here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
After review and input from the judges, we have decided that there was no contact in the first run. That was an independent spin. So the run, or the battle, I should say, will be going to Demon Shadow.
So Demon moving on after ruling that there was no contact in the first run. So we will be right back and get AJ Soups All Over You in here to see our winners final. You could stick around, Cobra, if you'd like, because we will need you in losers bracket after this battle's over with.
You're down but not out. Remember, you could still come back and win this if you push hard in losers. Seen it before.
All right. Sorry about that, guy. I accidentally hit the home button instead of friends. There we go. All right, let me get back to my car, get AJ leader so he can get his traffic glitch out of the way. Once he gets into the game. Oh, excuse me. Just waiting for him to get into the session. There we go. Let him get traffic glitch out. So, Demon has a shot here to go to the grand final, and that means the only way for Preem to clinch it is for him to go all the way to the grand final and beat Demon if Demon does make it that far. Otherwise, it's going to the finale. And at this point, since Demon is in the winner's final, even if he was to lose, Preem has to go all the way to the loser's final and beat Demon to clinch it. So Preem has still a far way to go just to clinch that championship. And Demon trying to send it to the finale to give him a shot at the championship. And if it does go that far, Preem has to go out early in the bracket or not qualify, and Demon has to go far in the finale for him to clinch it.
We have a question for you, T-Dub, in the chat.
Oh, ESDA. The way ESDA is going for me, practice. We'll start with this. With Long Beach, it was going good for practice. I go into qualifying right as I get called up, out of nowhere. I was confident, but out of nowhere, a wall of nerves hit me and ended up double zeroing. But I'm feeling really confident for Road Atlanta. I'm probably going to qualify, to be honest, not to sound cocky, just being confident. But I won't be able to battle because I will be out of town the weekend of battles. But I do look forward to round 3 in ESDA. I will be streaming my qualifying. I don't know. I'll have to look it up a little later in our intermission and then announce it. But I will say this. I will be streaming my qualifying runs if you guys go and follow me on Twitch. Not try to plug myself in there, but it's the same as my gamer tag, just all lowercase. So Here we go. Actually, if you want to go to follow my Twitch, I'm using my Twitch to talk in the chat. If you guys want to go to viewers and go to mine. All right, so drivers line up.
You can pop a heart in the chat real quick, just for everybody that wants to go there, so they can just tap your name and go there if they'd like.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Give us some love in the chat. Hit us with some love. Look at that.
All right, so here we go. Let's see here. I believe Demon will be leading first. Yes. Okay, so Demon's leading first. Here we go. Winners final between Demon and AJ. Storm versus Elite Velocity. Drivers honk when ready. Alright, there's the horns. They're off and running. Good start from both drivers. Good initiation from Demon, getting at least half that outer zone, but AJ staying right there with him. Demon holding that outer zone beautifully. Beautiful line so far from Demon. Here it goes where everybody's having trouble. Demon filling that second outer zone. What a line, but also what proximity from AJ in the chase. What a run from these two drivers, Trent.
I'll have to say that, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Quite an amazing run going down because we've got a really awesome chase driver and a really awesome, well, just two awesome drivers overall. AJ really kills it all the time, so does Demon, and I definitely tell they're gunning for those top positions this event.
All right, so here we go. Run number 2, drivers honk when ready. Here we go. Run number 2. Demon getting a good jump, but then had to wait for AJ, and that's going to cause him to open up a gap. But can Demon close it up with that fast dart? And he closes it right up. AJ not filling that second outer zone, but Demon staying right on him, and this is what Demon needed to do. AJ throwing some big angle. Demon almost messing up because of it, but he was able to match it. Now AJ's cleaning up his line. Demon staying right there with him, though. What a battle we have here in the winner's final, Trent.
Yeah, it always comes down to this, and it always takes forever because we're always sending them over and over again, which is what it's, in my opinion, is probably going to come to, is throwing them again and again until somebody finally makes a massive mistake, because as far as I'm concerned, there wasn't really anything discernible there, especially like at the beginning, just watching and be not literally, quite literally knocking on AJ's door as they're going around.
Exactly, and in my eyes, I think I want to see it go to an OMT. What do you guys think in chat? And also, Wagner, just to answer you, if you're not up when this is all over, because this goes pretty late, I can definitely talk to you tomorrow about designs and stuff like that. You can also hit up Carnage Creations. Go check out or hit up Carnage King, and he'll also hook you up with a design.
And if you're looking for tunes, hit up Figurative Tuning, aka me. For a nice tune, I can help you develop a tune. I can make you a tune, yeah, and Warren as well, or Twin Turbskis, I should say. because he's working for me. We can make you tunes, we can do all sorts of stuff. But anyways, we do have our decision here, and there is no winner, so we know what that means.
All right, so it looks like it's going to be an OMT if I'm correct, Trent.
That is correct. We will be sending them one more time.
So here we go, guys, and it is a big advantage for whoever wins this, guys, because whoever goes into the grand final with or through the winner's bracket has an extra loss in their pocket to if they lose in the grand final the first time, they go to a sudden death battle. So here we go, drivers honk when ready. And they're off, Demon leading again. Let's see if AJ can put in a phenomenal chase run again. Good initiation. Not much angle from Demon, but he did fill that first outer zone. A little bit of contact, but doesn't seem to mess up Demon. AJ matching angle. Still holding good proximity. Not as close as it was in the first battle. But now here we go, matching angle. Throwing a little bit bigger actually from AJ. Very clean line from Demon. AJ closing right back up. There was a little bit of a gap. Making a little bit of contact. Almost spun before the finish, but he held it there, Trent.
Yeah, looking a bit squirrely coming in here. It just comes right around that last corner. A little bit much angle, but he held on. Though I always kind of laughed to myself when AJ comes through that first corner, like coming around through that first inside clip there, because it looks like his car is like a lowrider and he starts bouncing along there, because just how the elevation is and how his car is set up.
That is very true. All right, so here we go. Drivers honking ready for this run number 2 and OMT number 1 in the winner's final. Here we go. AJ getting a great jump. Looked like Demon may have stalled or spun the tires or something, but AJ opening a huge gap, filling the first outer zone beautifully. Here goes Demon trying to close it up. Good line from AJ, filling the first outer zone a little bit better. Not completely, but better. Filling the second outer zone. Demon trying to do whatever he can to close it up because he knows he needs to try to send it to the finale for the points, and he gets right up on AJ right before the finish as I hit the tree, but we've seen the finish. Way to step it up from Demon, but it's going to be a close one, Trent.
Definitely. That tree was a nice touch.
I know, right? At least
I
it
think
was
that
the
was the
finish
best
line
part.
tree and not
Yeah.
not the mid track.
Hey, that's why it's there, right? That's why that's the finish line. So
Right.
if you ever are having trouble, just make sure you're at the outside, and when your back end hits a tree and spins you around, you know you're done.
All right, so while we wait for a decision, as always, guys, let me know in the chat who you think needs to move on or if it's going to an OMT. We'll be right back with the decision from TrentFigure.
Or don't.
All right, I believe we have our decision here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
Due to the lack of proximity, the shocking lack of proximity in the second run there, the win will be going to AJ Soups all over you.
So AJ moving on to the grand final. But I know Demon's going to be upset. That's why he left the party already, which I actually needed him to stay in here because now we're going to do loser's bracket. Well, maybe. Actually, nope.
We're taking our
So
break
Cobra,
first.
I know I said you could stay in here, but Cobra, if you're still in here, I actually need you to leave because we got to get
We're taking our
8
break
drivers
or
in
what?
here. We are going to take a break, yes. But Demon, I know he's going to be upset, but he doesn't need to be too upset because now he's in the loser's final, meaning, like I said, Preem has to go to the loser's final and win against Demon for him to clinch the championship. We're going to take about a 10 to 20 minute break because we got to get everybody in here, plus give everybody a break to go get something to eat, bathroom, whatever the case may be. So we will be right back in that amount of time. Until then, guys, keep it slideways. Welcome back, FHGL. We are back from intermission in between winners and losers brackets. Looks like we are still getting some people in here. Making sure that everybody's traffic glitch is out of the way. Do got Night Fox in the party, but not in the game, it looks like. So once Night Fox gets in the game, we're gonna have to give him leadership to get his traffic glitch out of the way. And let's see here. Don't line up yet, drivers. I'm just gonna go through how this is gonna go down. First battle is gonna be Satan Serby against Exile Shocks. I did find out that neither one of them will be here, so that will now become a bye run. Meaning Salzig will automatically move on to the next round because he was in the second round of losers. But then the first battle actually will be Exterior Guide against Drury. Drury, as we all seen in the chat, dropped out, so Exterior Guide will automatically move on once he does his bye run. And then we got Night Fox against Preeminent Being after that. Looks like Night Fox still not in here. If we could get him in here, please. Okay. All right. So if we just at least get him into the game first. I do understand that he's probably going to use a 5-minute timeout, and I just realized that I had everybody muted still, but you guys are now unmuted, Trent and Terpskis. All right, so let's see here. So after the Night Fox and Preeminent Being battle, it will be MGU Flight against David the Skater. I do believe David the Skater dropped out, so that will also be a bye round. I know. I'm not sure why. I mean, if you couldn't compete, it's better that you drop out before competition so we can get people who do want to compete that are in the reserves in here.
Yeah.
So I guess while we're waiting for Fox to get in here. Oh, nope, looks like he's getting in here now. I was going to say, while we're waiting for Fox, we can go ahead and get the bye runs out of the way, which we probably could anyway.
Has that one driver that you said probably will take the 5 minutes, have they already taken their one timeout for the event?
Yes, that'll be Night Fox.
Then has he taken one during battles yet?
He has not. This will be his first battle tonight in losers bracket. He was unable to show for his winners bracket battle, but he says whenever his battle comes up, he will be taking his 5-minute timeout. But first, let's go ahead and get the bye runs out of the way once Night Fox goes and does his traffic glitch. And whenever you're done, Night Fox, you make me leader so I know that you're ready. So the first bye run that's going to be up is going to be Exterior Guide. So Exterior, if you want to go ahead and line up, that way whenever Night Fox is done with his traffic glitch, we can go ahead and get your run out of the way. So whenever we get to it, Trent, it's going to be up to Night Fox to try to get Preem eliminated so that way he cannot clinch tonight.
Yep. It's going to be a big task ahead of him.
Alright, so looks like Night Fox has left the party and game. I did get word that he is having internet issues, so we'll go ahead and get Exterior Guide's bye run out of the way. So Exterior, honk when ready, and then you may go. His horn, he's off and running, getting an extra look at the track before he faces Lustral 7 in the next round. Good initiation, filling that entire outer zone.
The Barons are more for just making sure that the drivers are still here and that they're going to be still going and just kind of seal the deal on what's going on with the brackets, not really for any other reason. Because we could easily just mark off on the brackets that he moves up, but we want to make sure that the drivers are still able and still, just going to be here.
Exactly. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I was reading chat. Sorry about that, camera. All right, so exterior officially moves on. The next buy run is going to be NGU Flight, officially eliminating David the Skater. So just honk when ready, Flight, and then you may go for your buy run. NGU Flight getting lucky here though, Trent, because he's going to buy himself right into another buy run in the next round. Because Feckin' Go Fast is still yet to message or show up. So here he goes, throwing a pretty good line, a little angle checky, but he is holding that line. And then right there at the finish, going to tap that tree pretty hard. he's lucky that that was a buy run there, Trent.
Oh yeah. I just like to remind drivers as well that the roll going up to about that third driveway before that first outside zone when you're about initiating, basically where T-Dub's car is parked, it's a 60 roll, so don't be going faster than 60. If your tires are blazing the whole way, you're probably not going 60.
All right, so here we go. Now we need to get Night Fox back in here, but he is taking his 5-minute timeout. So he has a 5-minute timeout from now. We are at 135 minutes into the stream, so at 140 we will be back. So we will take another short intermission to let Night Fox get in here. We will be right back, like I said. All right, and we are back from the 5-minute timeout called by NightFox. Let me go ahead and unmute my judges here. All right, so it looks like we are ready to go, and I believe, let me get my bracket back up here. Let's see here. I think Preem is going to be leading first, if I remember correctly. All right, so Preem is going to be leading first. All right, so Trent, you back here?
Yep, I never left.
All right. I was just making sure I hadn't heard it from you, so here we go. Drivers line up. And there's, so you can see who's driving what. So drivers honk when ready. All right, here we go. Preem leading. Open up a little bit of a gap. Big feint initiation from Preem, filling that first outer zone beautifully, but missing the inside clip. NightFox trying to close the gap here. There's a little bit of proximity, but now Preem starting to spread that open. Now NightFox jumps right back in, but then throws it too hard and is going to grip up. That is not what NightFox wanted, especially since I'm sure Elite Velocity is wanting Preem to go out early to keep AJ in the points, or contention for the championship. All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your second run. So obviously there's going to be a big advantage here to Preeminent being your current points leader. That's why he's running that #1 plate, or #1 box on his car. Great proximity from Preem. Preem just has to basically not make a big mistake here. And holding very good proximity yet again. Looks like Preem has cleaned up his run, but almost making an illegal pass. He had to check up, but it's still holding angle. Great job from Preeminent being our current points leader, Trent.
Yeah, I'm glad that people are finally really starting to do this, where the driving has really been pushed to where like the drivers are being really in control, and it's really starting to look where I wanted them to be at the beginning of the season.
Right, and just real quick, I know that NightFox wasn't able to make his make it to his winner's bracket battle, but I do appreciate him still showing up and running in a loser's bracket. That way, we do get to see some tandems. But let me know what you guys think. Who needs to move on, or do you think it deserves an OMT in the chat? We'll be right back with a decision.
Don't go anywhere too quick, because we do have our decision right here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
It will be Preeminent being getting the win.
So Preeminent being doing what he needs to do, and NightFox, unfortunately, your night has ended here. But again, do appreciate you coming out and still running. So Preem doing what he needs to do, like I said, but like if he wants to clinch the championship tonight, he has to go to losers final and beat Demon Shadow. So let me go ahead and get these other drivers in real quick. Let's see here. If my Xbox wants to hurry up and load. So I'm going to have to get Salzig in here. And then let's see here. Also need to get Lustrals 7 in here. Sorry for the delay, guys. It's just a shame, Trent, that on Motorsport you can fit 24 people in a lobby, but on Horizon you can only fit 12.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Now I need to get
sucky.
Beard Radio in here.
I mean, you'd think with a free roam lobby that they'd allow more people than they do in a closed circuit lobby, you know?
Yeah, you really think you would, but also there's already so many server problems with Horizon games, and look at all the problems Motorsport's having with 24 people. Imagine it on this when we only have 12.
You do get courses like Nürburgring, which have the massive amount of land or massive amount of area that they need to cover. So,
right. All right.
I think
so let me go ahead
or
and
the equivalent in Horizon would be Goliath. So,
Right. All right, Night Fox, if you could please lead the session and party. All right, so let me see here. So Celestial 7 is a new one. Let me see here. Oh. All right, so new guys into the session. Go ahead and pass around leader, and once everybody has the traffic glitch out of the way, just pass leader back. And I'm not gonna play music. I'm just gonna sit here and wait until I see it pop up on the screen. But we will be right back. Here's where you can follow us on social media. Also, stay posted to social media because, like I said in the beginning of the stream, after this season's over, making a name change, moving to Motorsport and Horizon, and we will put on all our social media where our new social media will be and what the names are. We will be right back. Oh, nothing to drink. All right, looks like everybody's done with the traffic glitch. All right, so the first run, because I already know he's not going to be here, is going to be Salzig doing his buy run to officially eliminate Satan Serby. So Salzig, when ready, just honk your horn and you may go for your buy run, bud. Good initiation, filling almost the entire outer zone, just slightly dropping a tire on the inner clip, and then also slightly dropping a tire on the second outer zone. Barely touching the curb, Not sure if he filled that outer zone enough, and then definitely not doing it on the final corner. But all it is just to eliminate a driver. So Salzig moving on to the next round in losers. And then the next Byron we need to see is going to be NGU Flight to officially eliminate Go Fast. So Flight just honk when ready. Horn now, he's off with his buy run. A lot of buy runs tonight, Trent, and to be honest, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, the prize, I mean, sure, like, in-game currency is great and all, but the prize really isn't, like, much at all. It's more bragging rights, kind of, but it's like, hey, like, show up, we have fun, we drift. Like, the point isn't to win, it's to have fun and throw down awesome tandems while in a competitive setting.
Great. And just remember, just a reminder of everybody, the prizes. If you win an event, you get a free bottle of vape juice from Vapors Online. If you do not vape, then they will send you either a hat or a t-shirt. And then the winner of the championship gets 30 million in-game credits and a free 1-year Xbox Live Gold membership.
Us staff don't even get that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get free t-shirts. I don't get hats. I don't get vape juice. I don't vape.
Right.
I don't get it. I could sell it, but I don't get it.
I could sell it, but
I know plenty of people I could sell it to. You don't see them giving us free stuff, no.
Right. All right, so the first battle up is going to be Lustral 7 against Exterior Guide 46. And this is going to be a good one because Exterior is your number 12 qualifier. Lustral's your number 11. And, or 11 and 12C because Exterior was actually the number 13 qualifier. But Lustral's will be leading first. Hopefully our defending champion can clean it up from his runs in the first, or in the winner's bracket, Trent, because he had incomplete runs on both runs.
Yep. Excuse me.
All right, here we go. Drivers honk when ready. Just waiting for that second honk. So far we only got one honk, waiting for the second. All right, there they go. I guess they are ready. Big jump from Lustrals, but here comes Exterior Guide, your defending champion, looking much better. Had a rough start to the season. Oh, a little bit angle checkiness. Great line from Lustrals so far. Exterior Guide closing the gap, but can he hold it there? He gets a little bit of the curb, and now he's going to lose ground again. He's got to close it here before the finish, as he does, but Lustrals threw in a hell of a line in that lead run, Trent.
Oh yeah, definitely. Wondering if he was a little fast going up to that in that 60 roll, but it's just my curiosity because he was blazing tires almost all the way up until that driveway.
Right, and in this game, it's just hard to see how fast they're really going without someone just driving next to them, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your second run. Ah, restart. Predator went in the wrong direction. All right, so line up. Wait for Exterior to pull back up, and then when ready, drivers honk your horns. There's 2 horns. There they go. A second run. Hopefully Exterior can pull away from Lustrals as Lustrals did. A little bit of a late initiation from Exterior, missing the inside clip. So far not good for Exterior, dropping 3 tires. And that is not good for being in the lead position, Trent.
Oh, it's almost a unchaseable lead, but he's holding in there.
Right, and it looks like that may call it a night for our defending champion. Our defending champion Exterior Guy just having a rough season this season, Trent. I mean, I know you came in late in the season last year, but I'm sure you went back and watched the battles.
Definitely, Exterior was really on it last season, so it's kind of it's been a bit of a bummer seeing him come in here and not do so well. But I mean,
all right,
who's to say? Well, sometimes you just have a bad season. We see it in FD, we see it all over places, sports teams, drivers. So hopefully we can be getting some. We can bring it back, and like I'd like to see him on top again because I know he's a really good driver.
Right, and as he gained in the first season the nickname Mr. Clipping Point because he just ran such clean lines. But like you said, he's struggling this season. But we will be right back with the decision.
Ooh, sorry about that. I just went and grabbed some more water, but we do have our decision here.
All right, what is it, buddy?
uh, the winner of this battle will be Lustral 7. Lustral 7 takes the win.
So Lustral 7 moving on, but I'm sorry, Exterior, your night has came to an end. Better luck at the finale and parking lot party. All right, so that leaves one battle left in this second round of losers, and that's going to be Beard Radio against Preeminent Being. And I believe Beard is going to be leading first. Yes, he is, but not by much. This is your number 4 and 6 qualifiers. So another member from from Elite Velocity getting a chance to end Preem's night and give AJ and Demon still a shot at that title. So here we go. Drivers, honk when ready. All right, here we go. Beard Radio leading Preem, both in the same BMW M3. Great initiation from both. Preem throwing a little bit too much angle, not losing drift, but now there's a gap. He needs to close it now with Beard's drifting abilities. But Beard making not a big mistake, but hitting that curb, able to save it. But that allows Preem to close right up on his door for the last corner. Man, and that first, it's really going to come down to how the second one goes because that first one's going to be hard to judge, Trent.
Yeah, these drivers, man, they're pushing so hard and they're making it difficult for us.
Oh, yeah. And it's crazy because we've only had a couple really good battles. Really, the other OMTs that we have seen that weren't from really good battles is just because the mistakes have been even.
Yeah, sometimes it's somebody does better. Sometimes it's just everybody doesn't do their best and kind of has to be ran again until somebody does better. That's kind of sad. We have great drivers here at FHDL. A lot of great driving here.
Right.
Some of them are just like
it's just
the rookie season and whatnot, but you know,
right.
It's all right.
All right. So here we go. Drivers, honk when ready for your second run. Is Beard Radio moving on and sending Preem home early, or is Preem still gonna stay alive? Good initiation from Preem, but not good angle. Still filling that first outer zone. Beard struggling to catch back up to Preem, but that's because Preem has some angle, but not as big as angle as he could have. But he does throw a bigger angle there in the second corner. Here comes Beard trying to close the gap in the final corner as Preem did. He does close the gap, but Preem's going to spin possibly before the finish. He went full 90 before the finish, but the judges will have to determine whether he was 90 or past 90, because if he was past 90, that's going to count as a spin. Am I correct, Trent?
Oh, we'll have to look at it.
Dang, I thought I was going to get it out of you, but nope. All right, so we will be
We're
back
going to have to think about
the
this
decision.
one.
So this one's going to be hard for our judges, but like me and Trent were just talking about, it's about even on the mistakes unless Preem did spin. Then it's going to come down to who got that first run, because obviously if he spun, Beard Radio obviously took the second run. Let me know what you guys think in chat. We'll be right back.
think we've come to our decision.
All right, what is it, buddy?
I believe it will be a one more time.
So it's going in OMT. It looks like the mistakes were even, is what I'm assuming was the call, Trent.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, that's kind of how we decided on it. Because Beard kind of like in his lead run, it was a little bit, there was that big waiver there. But you know, Preem kind of just he threw it hard, didn't quite lose it because he still gained it back, but it was more big angle across the finish, but came off the line quite a bit. So it's a little bit, it was iffy, not very clean. So
All right.
yeah, we're just gonna run him again.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your first run of OMT. There's the honks. I don't know what the holdup is on the truck, but there's both honks. Not sure what's going on with Predator. I guess he's away. If that's the case, then I guess so. Definitely move him backwards, though. That way you can move properly. No, don't move him that way, because then Terpskis won't be able to move forward.
Yeah, sorry about this, guys. Our lock driver here looks like he's away.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's the horns, and there they go. Good jump from Radio. He's going to start to pull away. Preem trying to catch up. He went a little wide on the initiation, but he catches right back up to Beard somehow. Right in the first corner. Matching angle. Beard railing that outer zone perfectly, but Preem right there on his tail. And here he goes. He's going to try to close up on that door. Man, what a run from both drivers, Trent.
Excellent line from Beard there, and quite excellent follow from Preeminent, that being really getting on his door. It looked like Beard kind of maybe just pushed ahead a little bit fast going through that acceleration zone, either that or Preem was lagging behind. But as far as that first battle goes, it seems like that Beard just pushed a little bit too hard past that acceleration point.
Exactly. I thought, and with that big of a gap off the start, I thought Beard was just going to run away with it, but Preem closed it up right in the first corner. But here we go, run number 2. Drivers honk when ready. They're off and rolling. Good feint initiation from Preem, filling that first outer zone, but Beard jumps right back onto his quarter panel. Now Preem's going to start to pull away. He pulled away here last time. Can Beard close it as he does right there? Can he hold that proximity through the final corner? Maybe sending it to another OMT with after a run like this. What a run from both drivers on both runs, Trent.
Incredible. Such incredible driving we're seeing here coming up through the losers bracket.
And it's also nice, too, because seeing 2 great runs from 2 great drivers. Beard, this is his first event. Preem, your current points leader, and both running the same car. It's nice to see them tandem very well together. All right, but we will be right back with the decision, guys. Let me know in chat what you guys think should happen. Should Preem be moving on, still have a chance at winning the title tonight? Or do you think Beard should send Preem home to still give possibly AJ and definitely Demon a shot at the title? Or do you say one more time and see these guys go again with this great battle that we have on our hands? We will be right back.
Apparently, something's happening.
All right, I believe we do have our verdict here.
All right. Give it to the viewers, buddy.
All right. Hope they're prepared for this. But the winner of this battle is Preeminent Being.
So Preeminent Being moving on, still staying alive, fighting tooth and nail through this loser's bracket to try to clinch it tonight. So the drivers we need are in here right now. So we're going to go ahead and go through before we invite the next round.
Would you care for me to explain?
First battle.
So we don't leave these people very upset in the chat.
Yes. Go ahead and explain.
Okay. So even though their runs were pretty identical, it just was Preeminent Being had, let's see, in the in the chase he had less of a gap than Beard did. So Preeminent was more on the door throughout the whole course, had more duration throughout the whole course in the chase position than Beard did. So that was one of the big factors, as well as Preeminent just having a bit more angle than Beard did.
All right. Well, thank you for explaining that. I totally see where you're coming from now. Because in my opinion, I mean, I'm not a judge or nothing. I wanted to see them go again because they were battling so good, but can't always go that way. But thank you for explaining that. So first battle we're going to see is Salzig against Lustrals 7. And Salzig will be leading first because he is the higher qualifier. All right, so it looks like they're lined up. Teammates here, both very fast drivers. Let's see who's going to be moving on. Drivers honk when ready. Here they go. Oh, it looks like Lustral stalled it again. He had that problem earlier in the night. Salzig just throwing some good angle, not filling the entire outer zone, but at least half of it. And here comes Lustrals out of nowhere, trying to get right back on his door, but that Malou so fast. Lustral's got to do something here. Here he goes, cutting that corner, trying to catch up to Salzig. And Salty Sally railing that outer zone as Lustral's trying to hold on to that door. And knowing how good of a chase driver Salzig is, that is not what Lustrals needed.
Yeah, no, it definitely kind of puts him at the disadvantage. Salzig has quite the advantage coming in with that such a large gap at the beginning half or the first half of this course before Lustrals could catch up to him. So it'll be quite an exciting battle here as we flip them around and see how it goes down.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your second run. There they go. Much better start for Lustrals there. He did not stall it, but now actually opening a gap over Salzig. Let's see if Salzig can close it up and prove how good of a chase driver he is, as we all know and have seen all season long as he's getting on his quarter panel. But Lustrals, he's starting to pull away. Salzig throwing some big angle, trying to save it, and that's going to cost him proximity. But here goes Lustrals throwing some big angle. I don't know how he's holding it and holding the line. What a lead run from Lustrals, Trent.
Definitely. Quite the battle going on here.
Oh yeah, I can definitely tell they're teammates, and we will be right back with a decision. Let me know in chat who you guys are voting for between these teammates.
Okay, now we do have our decision here.
All right, give it to him, buddy.
All right. So, the winner of this battle will be Salzig XX from Team Elite Velocity.
All right, so Salzig moving on. So that
I
leaves
just
only
see
one
that's a
dart
teammate
left in the
battle.
competition. Yeah. Well, now there's only one dart left in the bracket, and that's going to be AJ Soups all over you in the grand final. So the next battle we need to see is Preeminent Being against NGU Flight, and Preem, your points leader, is going to be leading first. Now these guys weren't right next to each other in the qualifying standings, but they are pretty close. Preem being your number 6 and Flight being your number 10. Let's see what happens. Drivers honk when ready. Another chance for Elite Velocity to send Preem home. But oh man, Preem opens a huge gap over Flight. Not much angle, but filling that first outer zone and timing his initiation beautifully. And here comes Flight. Oh, it looks like he's struggling back there, as Preem's just going to open up a huge gap. You can't even see the beams of the headlights from Flight anymore. And that's just going to basically, unless Preem makes a huge mistake in his chase, that's pretty much going to seal the deal for Preem. Am I correct, Trent?
Yes, that is correct. That Preem coming in with a huge advantage into the second half of the battle.
All right, so here we go. Run number 2. Flight needs to hope that Preem makes a mistake. Here we go. Drivers honk when ready. Good initiation from both. Big angle from Flight, but has to make a correction so he doesn't go off course. Just slightly dropping a tire in the lead, but Preem holding on to his quarter panel as if he does it on a daily. There's a little bit of a gap. Flight gripped up, and that's going to possibly be an incomplete run, and there's contact, but it was after Flight had straightened up and slowed down, which caused Preem to hit him. And it's pretty obvious who's moving on here, but we still have to wait for an official decision. But the way it looks, guys, is Preem is still in this and still has a shot at Demon Shadow in the losers final. So while we're waiting for a decision, I'm going to go ahead and invite the other 2 drivers, and that's going to be Cub Scout, your number 1 qualifier, and the Cobra of Spade. But we will be right back with a decision. All right, Cobra, if you could, after you get your traffic glitch out of the way, just hold on to that and give it to Cub Scout once he, oh, there he is. I was going to say once he gets in here, give it to him, but he's in here now.
All right, we do have our. Did we ever say our decision here? I don't remember.
We have not said our decision yet.
All right, sorry, just being in chat here. All right, so the winner of the battle that just occurred is going to be Preeminent Being.
So Preeminent Being moving on. And so NGU Flight, thanks for coming out. Better luck at the finale. All right, so once they get their traffic glitches out of the way, we will see battles for quarterfinals in losers bracket. All right, just to clarify with the whole restarts thing, the restarts in the beginning of the night wasn't because of people bogging. It was because the block vehicle bogged and caused the chase driver unable to continue forward because it was blocking him but not the lead car. That's why the restart happened, not because of a stall out. Stall out is mechanical or deemed as mechanical. That's why there's no restart for that. Alright, so it looks like they are ready to go now. So first battle is going to be Salz against Cub Scout, and obviously Cub Scout will have the lead since he is your #1 qualifier. And Cub Scout's been struggling here in battles tonight, but where we see Cub Scout the best, Trent, is in this losers bracket.
Yes, it is. Indeed. We've seen him come up before.
Alright, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. You may go for your first run. Alright, we gotta wait. Alright. There's one horn. There they are. Here we go. Good start from both drivers. Salzig applying the pressure right off the bat to our #1 qualifier. Good initiation from Cub, filling the first outer zone. Salzig staying right on his door the entire time. Cub Scout railing that second outer zone beautifully with some good angle. This is starting to look like his second qualifying run. Also filling the next outer zone with some good angle. Salzig struggling to stay with him, and then Salzig fell behind somehow, but Cub Scout throwing too much angle, but he held drift, and then there was contact from Salzig, but I guarantee that contact was caused because Cub Scout slowed down too much, Trent.
Yeah, that's kind of a sticky predicament because, I mean, Salzig should have been able to see that he was slowing or throwing a bit more angle and should have been able to check up before he came plowing right into him, but he also, that is not a decel area, so Cub shouldn't have been checking more or throwing more angle and trying to slow down. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't intending to, but it's certainly an XL area, not a decel area.
Yeah, and also another thing to look at too is if Salzig had not hit him, had Cub Scout spun, or would he have spun?
Yep.
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready for your second run. There's one. Still only hearing one horn. There's two. Here we go. Salzig leading our #1 qualifier. Will Cub Scout move on, or will our #1 qualifier go out? Good chase from both drivers, both good initiation. Salzig railing the outer zone. Cub Scout trying to cut the corner, trying to catch up because he knows that Malou is very fast. Starting to catch up here, but now he's going to lose ground on this transition because that's where that Malou grips up and just takes off. Salzig throwing a hell of a run, and this one's going to be tough, but I think I know which way it's going to lean, but I'm not going to give away any hints. But still very clean run in the lead from Salzig. So we will be right back with a decision from TrentFigure and Turbskis. Just let me know in chat what you guys think.
right, we do have a decision.
All right, what's the decision, buddy?
The win will be going to Salzig.
So Salzig taking out your #1 qualifier and moving on to the loser's semifinal. Unfortunately for Cub Scout, he will have to wait one more event to try to make it to that grand final. But thank you, Cub Scout, for coming out and running. Fantastic qualifying. Just seemed like you were struggling tonight. But next battle, again, Elite Velocity trying to send Preem home, but Preem keeps moving on. Here is your #2 qualifier, the Cobra of Spade, against Preeminent Being. So Cobra will be leading first. And this one ought to be good, Trent.
Oh, yeah.
So, can Preem move on and still try to clinch it tonight? Or can Cobra send him home and send it to the finale to see who's going to get the title? All right, here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's the 2 horns. Here we go. Cobra leading Preem. Can Preem move on and survive yet another round? Great initiation for both drivers, especially Cobra filling that first outer zone with good angle, but he's not getting the second outer zone at all. But Preem sticking to his quarter panel like he needs to do. Here he goes, cutting the corner, trying to get further onto his door, allowing the transition beautifully. Oh, but something happens to Cobra where he slows down, and that's going to cause Preem to go off course. So, I mean, Trent, you could probably tell from anybody, but did Preem go off course because of Cobra, or did Preem make a mistake? Like, how is that looked at, or can you not tell us?
That looked pretty clear that Cobra slowed up there, and it forced it really put Preem in a bad position and made him go off course. So the fault will be, I'm going to go ahead and say it now, the fault is going to be deemed onto Cobra right now.
All right, so Cobra has to hope that Preem makes a mistake here in the lead, but with Cobra being in the chase, he could actually apply enough pressure for Preem to make a mistake, but let's see if it happens. Drivers honk when ready. All right, there's the horns. They're off and running. Cobra has to apply some serious pressure without making contact for Preem to make a mistake to send it to an OMT here. A little bit of a late initiation. Well, not a late initiation, but hitting the zone late is Preem. And then railing the second outer zone, slightly dropping a tire right at the end. Here comes Cobra right up onto his quarter panel, but he has to hope that Preem makes a mistake. Otherwise, Preem's going to be moving on, and Preem's going to be dropping 3 tires right there. Is that going to be enough to send it to an OMT? We will have to wait to find out. But is Cobra slowing down and causing Preem to go off course a bigger mistake than Preem dropping 3 tires in the lead position? We'll have to wait to find out. Let me know what you guys think. I would like to see these guys go again and actually put in some clean runs, because we all know these guys are better drivers than that. Let me know what you think in chat. We'll be right back.
Alright, we do have our decision, but first I'd like to just put out a friendly reminder to any drivers that have tuned in recently or didn't get to hear before, but just like to reiterate that it is a 60 roll until the driveway that me and T-Dub are at right now. Just be sure that you're not going faster than that before you hit that driveway.
All right, then what's the decision, buddy? And thank you for acknowledging that.
The battle will go one more time.
So it's an OMT. So the mistake Preem made was big enough for it to go to an OMT, and I guarantee that Cobra is wiping the sweat off his forehead at this point. All right, so here we go. Is Preem gonna have to wait till the finale, or can he go further and hopefully clinch the championship tonight? We will wait for Cobra to pull back up to the line. There it is. Drivers honk when ready. There's the two horns, and they're off and running. Preem getting somewhat of a slow start, but he's going to catch up here. A little bit of a late initiation from Cobra, but he's railing that second outer zone. Preem holding onto his door, throws a little bit too much angle. It's going to open the proximity gap a little bit. Preem's going to dive in and get closer, right back onto the quarter panel. What a chase run from Preem. Cobra throwing a little bit too much angle, and he's going to go off course. And that's going to give Preem a huge advantage yet again going into the second run, Trent.
Yeah, definitely. Might have been a little bit of contact coming to that area where he almost went off course, but
yeah,
from the looks of it, didn't really seem like there was much. I don't think there was.
Right, I mean,
you
guys may have seen something different than I did. I was just going off of what I seen at the moment, but here we go. Drivers, honk when ready for your run number 2 of this OMT. There's the horns. And here we go. Good jump from both drivers. A little bit of a gap, but we know Cobra's going to close that back up with that fast Mercedes. Not much angle from Preem on the initiation, but he did fill the outer zone. So now there's about a 2 to 3 car length gap. Can Cobra close it? Cobra closes up while still hitting the outer zone, but then Preem's going to open up a little bit, but then Cobra jumps right back in, a little bit of contact. Now definite contact as Cobra straightened up just a little bit, and then he's going to go off course before the finish, and he drives his car into a tree out of frustration. And I would too, because he had the chance to send Preem home and just could not do it, and he already left the game because him, as well as we do, know the decision, but we still have to wait to hear the decision for an official result.
All right, we do have our decision, and it is unanimous.
All right. I'm sure we know what it is.
In the chat. Carnage King put in the chat, RIP Tree 2018 to 2018. But the winner of this battle will be Preeminent Being.
Semi-final, so whoever wins this goes on to face Demon, and we all know Preem is hoping he does it, because if Preem loses here, it's going to the finale before we find out who's going to be champion, or even if he loses to Demon, because if he wins here and faces Demon and beats Demon, he clinches it. So he's really hoping for a win here, Trent.
Oh yeah, definitely, because then the next parking lot party will just be a breeze for him. He doesn't have to worry about anything.
Exactly. So I accidentally hit the wrong button. Let me go ahead and give Demon leader to get his traffic glitch out of the way, and then we will continue with battles. So let me know who you're rooting for in the chat. I think I know what a lot of people are going to say with how big Elite Velocity is. Who do you want to see Preem go on and face Demon, the number 1 and 2 in the points, to see if Preem can clinch it, or Demon send it to the finale between them two, or do you want Slver to go ahead and send Preem home right here, right now? Let me know what you think in chat. And as I was saying earlier in the night, guys, you can see that number 1 number box on Preem's car, meaning he is your current points leader. Just for future reference, next season, guys, the top 5 in points must run numbers, and we will add that to our rule book to show the viewers where they are in the points. And Preem's been holding on to that points lead, I think, Trent, since round 2 at Hoonigan Hill.
Yeah, I believe so.
So it's very surprising that he has not clinched it already, and it's coming down to these last 2 events. But it looks like Demon gave me a leader back, so we are ready to go. And I believe Preem was the higher qualifier. Let me just double check. Yes, he was, but not by much, guys. This is going to be interesting. Preem is your number 6 qualifier, and Slver is your number 7. So we're about to see a hell of a battle on our hands. But the question is, can Preem keep up with that fast Maloo? Here we go. Drivers honk when ready. Here we go. They're off. Preem leading Salzig. Last member besides AG to eliminate Preem. Good initiation from Preem. Feint and filling the outer zone, but not getting the inside clip. Preem starting to open a gap. Salzig has to close it here. He's slowly closing it with that fast Maloo. Good transition by both drivers. Salzig staying close enough to Preem, but he's not right on his door like we normally see Salzig. Salzig a little bit angle checkiness, but it may be his internet connection since he is from Australia. But man, it's hard to decide whether or not Salzig was close enough because we don't have a chase run from Preem to compare it to yet. But we are about to now. Drivers honk when ready. They're off and running. Preem in the chase. He's got to pull a closer proximity than Salzig did. Salzig's got to pull a cleaner run than Preem. Preem's right on his quarter panel right off the start, but this is where Salzig's very fast in that Maloo, already starting to open up a slight gap, but Preem getting right back on his quarter panel. This is not what Salzig needed because Preem is sticking to him as if there's glue between the cars. What a chase run from Preem, and probably the first one to stick to Salzig like that tonight, Trent.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like Salzig started feeling the pressure a bit towards the end of Preeminent Being, but Preeminent Being has been a really strong competitor this whole season so far, so it'll be really cool to see what goes on in these next battles and the next event.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna wait for a decision, but let me know what you guys think in chat. Also, Preem having a rough start to the night, but then Preem showing how well he does under pressure. I mean, he went all the way to the grand final through the losers bracket after losing in the first round. Or no, he didn't. He went to the winner's final, loss, and then worked his way through the losers bracket in the first round. And he finally got his first win of the season last round at Byron Bay West. So he has momentum. Just had a rough start to the night, and he's showing why he is your number one in the points, applying pressure to probably our, if not the fastest, second fastest driver of the night, and sticking to his door. But we will be back with the decision.
All right, we do have our decision in.
What is it, buddy? I'm sure everybody's antsy to know.
It will be moving on will be Preeminent Being.
So Preeminent Being staying alive, and this is what everybody's been wanting to see tonight, and it's going to happen, fellas. It's in the loser's bracket, so loser goes home. Is Demon going to beat Preem and send it to the finale to see who's going to get the championship? Or is Preem going to clinch it by beating Demon? This is what it comes down to. Demon is your higher qualifier, so he will be leading first. Demon, your number 3 qualifier. Preem, your number 6. Number 1 and 2 in the points right here, guys. This is going to be very interesting. I hope you guys have your eyes open on this one. Here we go. Drivers, honk when ready. This may be more exciting than the grand final right here because the championship's on the line. Demon both filling the outer zone perfectly with some good angle, but Demon opening up a gap. Demon dropping quite a few tires right there, but Preem matching angle, trying to get closer to Demon. Demon not filling the outer zone. Not a good lead run from Demon so far. But Preem gonna get right on his door, give him a little love tap, but doesn't seem to affect Demon's line. What a chase run from Preem. That is what he needed to do, Trent.
Definitely just kind of apply the pressure like he's been doing all night and just work it in and make sure the other guy's feeling your presence. He's really good at doing that, so we'll see what goes down in this second run here.
All right, so here we go. Who is moving on, and how is the points going to stack up here? Drivers honk when ready. There's the horns, and they're off and running. Is Preem going to clinch it here? Oh, Demons seem to have stalled. Or no, there's lag. That's going to be a lag restart. So, Preem, if you could make your way back down here. Something went on with Demon where he doesn't normally stall out. And that's why I looked back and I just seen that his car was ghost and off course. But also, I think I may be wrong, Trent, but correct me if I'm wrong. I believe whenever you pull off like that before the initiation point, isn't it a restart?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Well, we should implement, and you have until like the certain amount. I don't know. That might be ESDA rules, but you know what? He lagged
don't know.
anyways, so.
Yeah, so it's a lag restart anyway, but that's his one and only lag restart for this battle. So here we go. Drivers honk when ready. There's the two horns. There, now they got a good start. No lag from Demon this time. Big fan initiation from both. Filling the outer zone is Preem. And Demon trying to cut corners to get closer to Preem. He needs to after the chase run that Preem had. Preem throwing definitely a cleaner run so far. Excuse me, than Demon, but Demon gets right on his door. Doesn't really allow him to transition, but doesn't seem to affect Preem too much. But what a run from both drivers. And I don't know how Preem was still able to transition after that contact on the transition, Trent.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's definitely one heck of a guy there for being able to hold that on to that. So I'll get talking here, and we'll come back to you with a decision.
All right, so while we wait for a decision, guys, let me know in the chat who you think's going to win here. And real quick, John, you missed quite a bit. This is the losers semifinal between number 1 and the 2 in the points. We're trying to figure out if Demon's going to win here and send it to the finale for the title, or is Preem going to clinch it right here with a win, or it may go OMT. I want to see these guys go again, but it all is all up to those judges. So we'll be right back with a decision.
All right, we have our decision.
And man, after that close of a battle, it's a quick decision. What do you got, buddy?
Yeah, unanimously, it will be a one more time.
So it's gonna go a one more time. Man, some people in the chat thought Preem had it and was clinching the championship, but we're gonna see these two great drifters go one more time. 1 and 2 in the points. Here we go. Once Preem gets lined up, drivers honk when ready. There's the two horns. Here we go. Demon has a second chance because I think Preem may have had an advantage there, but the judges seen it differently. They may have seen something we did not see. Great initiation by both. Preem slams into the back of Demon, but doesn't seem to affect Demon too much. But Preem's got to close back up. That contact is going to affect him. But Preem's right back on his door. Woo! What a chase run from Preem besides right off the start. Demon's still not throwing the greatest of line runs, but that slam in the back that he took from Preem seemed to not affect him at all, Trent.
Yeah, definitely. That's quite crazy. It seems like Preem's starting to get a bit rowdy out here, a little bit restless. He's wanting to get that championship.
So here we go. Run number 2 of this OMT. Drivers honk when ready. I mean, I would think that Demon has a slight advantage here after that hard contact from Preem, but you never know. Big initiation from Preem, not filling the entire outer zone, but good initiation. Demon trying to do whatever he can to close that gap. Preem slowly pulling away is what it seems like. Can Demon close it right here? This is where he needs to do it. Preem, slows down quite a bit, hitting the curb. And that's not, I don't know how that's going to judge out, but man, These two drivers just went from 2 phenomenal runs in the original battle to this OMT both making mistakes, Trent.
Yeah, it's just going to come down to the severity of the mistakes and how we see how things went from our view. Will definitely be one to talk about, so we'll see what goes on.
All right, so again, guys, let me know in chat. Do you think Preem is going to clinch the championship right here, or is Demon going to send it to the finale to see who's going to get it? We will be right back with a decision.
All right.
All right, what is it, buddy?
It looks as if we'll be sending them one more time.
Another OMT between these two, top two in the points. Way to keep it interesting, you guys, and keeping our viewers around. Man, here we go. OMT number 2 between number 1 and 2 points. Hopefully they can clean it up like Trent just said.
Yeah,
exactly. There they go. Preem got a better jump than Demon, so Preem had to let him go on by. Good initiation for both. Preem getting right back on the quarter panel like it's nothing. Preem making slight contact, a little bit of angle checkiness, but Demon also did not fill that outer zone, and he's not filling that one out either. Not a clean lead run from Demon yet again. Demon throwing some bigger angle, but Preem matching it like it's no problem. He's saying basically, you ain't gonna mess me up with that stuff, and showing why he is number 1 in the points. What a good chase run from Preem, Trent.
Yeah, it's very impressive. It's both of them cleaning it up quite a bit. I mean, a little bit of decel in that last outside zone from Demon, which I mean, that is the XL zone, so you really shouldn't be checking too much more angle. You just kind of want to set it and forget it.
Exactly. So here we go. Run number 2. Drivers honk when ready. Preem now in the lead. Demon's got to pull just as good as a chase run, and Preem just has to pull a clean lead run. Good initiation by both. Filling the complete outer zone is Preem with that feint initiation. Railing the outer zone, but Demon is right on him. How's this one going to rule out? Preem holding that outer zone again. Not much angle, but Demon staying right on him. A little bit of a gap. Demon came in hot, but did not slam into him. Great way to check up from Demon, but Preem had a super clean lead run, Trent.
Definitely. That's been his strong suit all night.
So we will wait to hear a decision from the judges. These guys just putting on a show, and I mean, I know we don't have an actual crowd live, but give it up for these two drivers. These guys are putting on a hell of a show for you viewers tonight, and making it antsy, because the winner will decide what happens with the points. Is the championship over with Preem moving on, or is it Demon sending it to the finale? We'll figure it out when we hear a decision.
As Jared Deanna would say, Silver Sands, make some noise.
Right, I wanted to so bad, but we don't have a live crowd.
That would
Oh
have been
man.
cool.
Sometimes I just wish the chat was like audio rather than text, you know?
Yeah.
That
Do
way
you
we would
imagine
actually
how
have a crowd.
terrible that would be? Do you know?
Oh,
That
yeah.
would be like awful. Just hearing that, I'd have to mute that.
Oh, I would too. The only time I would unmute it was whenever I'd ask questions like that.
Yeah. Just so we could hear the reaction and the interaction. Yeah.
Right.
So you can yell "Oh, doctor" a bunch of times and have the crowd go "Wah!" or "Oh, doctor," you know. Let's start a wave, you know, an unaudible wave. That'd be kind of weird.
An audible wave.
Yeah, that'd be. I don't know how that'd work. I don't know how to say that. All right, but anyways, we do have our decision.
All right, buddy. What is it? The suspense is killing me.
Unanimously, we have decided that the winner of this battle will be Preeminent Being.
Preeminent Being wins the championship by beating Demon. Man, that means the ship is over. Preeminent Being will be winning 30 million in-game credits, a free 1 year of Xbox Live Gold membership, and bragging rights going into Forza or FHDL Season 3, but basically known as FDC now. So here we go.
He still has to get through this last event, though.
That is true, but the championship is clinched now with Preeminent Being beating Demon Shadow. Now we need to get AJ Soups all over you in here.
Can we just move right into the battles, just cause?
Yep, we can move right in.
Time's sake.
Let's see here. Let me get AJ in here.
I'm still here. I'm getting an invite now.
And once AJ gets in here, get his traffic glitch out of the way.
The only way for me to possibly win was to win the next two events and both NSR and Demon had to beat NSR and Premium.
All right, so wait for AJ to get completely in here and then make him leader. And then once he's done with that and I get leadership back, we will get this grand final underway with now your newly crowned champion, Preeminent Being. And now AJ just planning on getting higher in the points to possibly get sponsors for next season. Or just get bragging rights saying, right. And just basically get bragging rights saying, haha, Nana Boo Boo, I finished higher than you. little improv there for you.
Come on, T-Dub, stick to the script. Come on.
Stick to the script.
Yeah, come on, T-Dub. I wrote out who was gonna win every battle each time, okay? I wrote out everything for you to say and everything. And what do? You just throw it in my face. I'm just kidding. This is not scripted at all. I was so ill prepared for this. This was hilarious. I showed up so late.
See, Beard in the chat says Season 3 Beard is coming for that chip.
We should send everybody like a chocolate chip, like a single chocolate chip, if they win the championship. So it's a championship. It's the champion's chip, or like a potato chip. Just send them one potato chip.
All right, so here we go. AJ is going to be leading first, but this is going to be interesting, fellas, because this is number 5 and 6 from qualifying. Drivers, honk when ready. AJ has an extra loss in his pocket, so if AJ loses this battle here, they get to go to a sudden death grand final. Or is AJ going to finally get his first win? Here we go. Good initiation from both drivers. Preem throws a little too hard. I guess he's a little too excited for getting the championship. All AJ has to do here is finish out the run and then not make a mistake in his second run. And he's got it in the bag.
Sorry, I just see Preeminent just driving back on my screen.
Just throw some stuff.
He's just like, you know,
AJ
I don't care.
Yeah, AJ nearly spun there, but he was able to hold enough angle and drift across the line. But here we go. All AJ has to do is not make a big mistake here that's going to end in an incomplete run. So drivers honk when ready. Good start by both drivers. Good initiation by Preem. Here goes AJ. I know he's wanting to get back on that door and finally get his first win, even though Preeminent has already closed the championship up. A little bit of mistake from AJ because Preem threw too much angle, but he was still able to hold drift and not go off course and close it up right at the finish. What good driving in the chase position from AJ there, Trent.
Yep, still, even though we haven't seen him for a while, and just to, not take the light away from Preeminent, but they're two phenomenal drivers, and I mean, I'm sure if Preeminent hadn't already won the championship, he would have been a bit more calm and wanted to actually do a bit better. Not saying that he did bad, but he's just a little excited.
Right, and that's what I was kind of getting at too. Is even though he already clinched the championship, I'm sure AJ's still wanting to get back up in the points and finish higher than anybody. At least get second in the points. Like I said, just basically getting that Nana Boo Boo feeling. I finished higher than you at this point.
Because I think next season, I think we'll start doing it as well, where we should have it so the champion of the last season, of the previous season, gets the last qualifying spot. I mean, if we did it like that, if we had it timed.
Right.
Dang it, that kind of works, but not really. Who knows?
Right.
We got to figure stuff out.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to figure out before we switch over to FDC.
I think Terpskis, do we even have to really talk about it? He's going to say anything? I don't know if he's in the party still. He is.
All right, so just still waiting for a decision. All right. Not sure what's taking so long. I guess Turfuse either fell asleep or AFK.
Nah, I'm just dumb. I can't read the chat. All right. I mean, probably not the most favorable, but yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's throw one more time.
All right, one more time.
Not just because the heck of it, but because AJ did have that massive decel at the finish, throwing way too much angle. It kind of yeah.
All right, so
It's
here we
just
go.
kind of
One
hard
more
to
time in this grand final.
Hold on. Ooh. Oh man, I think I'm dying. Ugh.
All right,
Sorry.
so drivers honk when ready. There's the horns, they're off and running. It is just gonna pull away in that fast dart. Hopefully Preem can close it up. And as he does so, I mean, he held on to Salzik, so he should have no problem holding on to AJ. Not saying AJ's slower, but they're both equally fast. And he's holding right on to AJ. AJ barely touching that curb, hopping that up there, but he saved it. AJ riding that outer zone beautifully, but Preem sticking to his door. What a chase run from Preem yet again, even though he already clinched the championship. So here we go. Now it's time for AJ to chase down Preem. Drivers honk when ready. Good initiation by Preem. AJ sticking right to him. Great angle from both drivers. Preem running a very clean line yet again. AJ sticking to his door through the entire course. This is the run we wanted to see. What a run from both drivers. Preem showing his leading ability as well as AJ showing his chasing ability. I think this may go to another OMT, Trent.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, so here we go. We're gonna wait for a decision. Let me know what you guys think in chat. Who should be winning this?
All right.
All right, who is it, buddy?
So, very close. This is very nitpicky on our decision here, but we do have a winner for this battle.
All right, and who is it?
So, because I'll just say it was Preeminent Being. Now the reason being because he was a bit more tucked back into the pocket of Tandem when they were actually going at it. He fit real up nice next to AJ, and he's kept that like kind of back nice follow mimic position while AJ was a little bit more all over the course trying to keep door, as well as I mean, I'd hate to just kind of call it out, but like, I mean, I've said it multiple times, and it did appear as if AJ on the lead run was going and spinning tires all the way up and past the acceleration zone. So it seemed like he might have been accelerating faster. So that's also a partial to try and create a gap.
Right. And Terps, we need you back down here because now it's down to a sudden death grand final, meaning the winner takes home the win out of this battle because that took AJ's one loss he had in his pocket. So once Terpskis gets back down here, we'll have the drivers honk when ready, then go again. So here we go. Is AJ going to get his first win? Oh, go ahead.
Like to remind that it's a 60 until the driveway.
Yep. All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. All right, here we go. Good initiation by both. Is AJ going to get his first win, or is Preem going to be the first one to get 2 wins on the season? Oh, what happened to Preem there? And AJ also making some mistakes. Able to save it, but he's also going to grip up. Almost pretty much Trent. This run's basically going to be unjudgeable, am I correct?
Yeah, that's a throwaway run since it's an unchaseable lead as well as an incomplete on Demon's part. So that's pretty much just incompletes on both ends. So it's all going to come down. I don't even know. I'm just not gonna say anything because I was about to say it was gonna come down to this next battle, but if it's an incomplete for both drivers, like you can't really judge that. So
All right, so here we go. Drivers honk when ready. AJ's just got to pull on a chase of a lifetime, and Preem has to pull in a lead run of a lifetime at this point. Here we go. Who's going to have a cleaner run? Both good initiation, big angle from both off the start. Preem just slightly dropping a tire off at the end of that outer zone, but then cleanly hitting that second outer zone. Dropping a tire on the last outer zone. AJ sticking to his door like it's nothing. All right, so here we go. Now all we have to do is wait for a decision. Let me know in chat what should happen. How should this rule out? Do you say OMT, Preem getting his second win on the season, or AJ getting his first win on the season? Let me know what you think. We'll be right back.
Alright, I think it's needless to say there really wasn't a whole lot there to go off of, so we're going to have to throw them one more time.
So an OMT, this grand final going to another OMT. Here we go. Drivers line up, honk when ready, and you may go for your first run. There they go. Both get a good start. Good initiation by both. Preem jumping onto AJ's quarter. AJ just slightly dropping a tire. Preem having a little bit of a gap there in the chase, but he's going to close right back up. Barely allows room for AJ to transition. And Preem matching angle very beautifully. He was close, but is AJ going to get closer is the question. But we'll have to find out on his second run. 1 second, guys. All right, so drivers honk when ready. All right, a little bit of stutter step from Turbskis, but it doesn't seem to affect the drivers. AJ right on Preem's bumper. Good initiation by both. AJ right on that quarter. Gave him a little bit of a love tap, but it didn't affect Preem's drifting at all. Can AJ close it up here? Preem nearly spinning, and that's going to go off course and basically be an incomplete for Preem. And basically hand it over to AJ, I would think, but we still have to wait for an official result.
Now on my screen, what I saw there is when Preem touched the curb, he started to go, and then when he was transitioning back around, AJ scooted right in, put his nose on his rear quarter, and kind of pushed him a little bit, which caused Preem to kind of have to veer off course because Forza physics, am I right?
All right. Well, it all depends on what you guys see as judges, because I am not a judge, but we will be back with a decision.
All right.
All right. What is it, buddy?
Well, we do have a winner.
All right. It's about time. It's been a long night. Who is it, buddy?
Yep. It seems we've come to the decision that AJ has been put at fault for contact. So
How?
we are going to bump this, and it will be going to Preeminent Being.
Oh, that's fucked up.
So, Preeminent Being getting his second win on the season and also clutching the championship in the same night. So,
And T-Dub's mic went out. So there you have it. That's our championship win.
all right, there we go.
Preeminent Being of Most Hated Drift Crew.
All right. So now, at least I waited till now to do it, but Preem, I'll give you a minute to include your audio. And I guess you guys can vote on this as well. But I think, especially since he had a rough start and came back and won the event and clinched the championship, I think also the HKS Performance Driver of the Night needs to go to Preem, in my opinion. But what do you guys think?
Wait, what? Sorry, I was
saying I think Preem needs to get not only winner but HKS Performance Driver of the Night, since he had a rough start and came all the way through, clinched the championship, and took the win.
Yeah, I mean, we usually normally give it to the person who comes up the most from losers, so, or who does really great all night. So,
all right, so let's go ahead and
could agree on that.
Exactly. So
Also,
let's go ahead and get Preem.
just to kind of clarify on like our decision a bit more, with how we saw where AJ was running, well, with the battle with AJ and Preem, especially like in the beginning there with in the acceleration zone, there was a little bit of unnecessary contact in there as well with AJ riding his bumper, and because ideally there should be no contact whatsoever within the first starting section, and then as well as going through and causing him to go off course. So, sorry AJ, it's nothing against you, this is just how we see it.
All right, so we'll go ahead and get Preem in here. And HKS Performance Driver of the Night, your winner, your champion, 110 Customs interview brought to you by 110 Customs. We don't just give 100% ever, we give you 110. What is going on, Preem? Your mind must be blown right now.
It is. It really is blown.
I mean, I'm sure that those battles against Demon probably had you nervous a little bit with all the OMTs and what was on the line, I'm sure.
Oh, you know it. As soon as I heard OMT, I was like, okay, well, I'll get a chance to redeem myself, but I was real scared right there.
Right, and I mean, I know you a little bit more on a personal level too, and to come onto this new team right before the season actually started, you were on DDS for the Bash, but to come onto this new team and bring them home a championship, I mean, I'm sure your team is probably blowing you up right now, waiting for you to get out of this stream.
Oh, you know they are.
All right, well, man, congratulations on the championship. Congratulations on your second win of the season. Trent, is there anything you want to tell them?
Congratulations on your champion's chip. You're a phenomenal driver. I mean, looking forward to having you in future seasons.
Thank you. I look to be in them, Brian. Got to defend this title.
Yeah, hopefully, I was just getting ready to say that. Hopefully you can defend it next season. And don't celebrate too hard tonight, man.
Try not to.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, man. What a night, Trent. I mean, we had seen a lot of mistakes, seen some good drifting, and we watched some suspenseful battles as well.
Oh yeah, definitely been one heck of a night. Man, it's been a while. Good to be back.
Yes.
Yeah, looking forward to doing this some more.
Oh yeah. All right, so this is where you guys can follow us on social media. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Also, that way you can stay updated for whenever we switch over. Excuse me, to FDC. And then just real quick before we head out, also Vapors Online is going to donate a bottle of juice to Preeminent Being, or a T-shirt or a hat of his choice. And trying to read the sponsors on the car here, but getting slammed by Trent. but anyway, also Preeminent Being clinching the championship, meaning he will get the 30 million in-game credits as well as 1 year free of Xbox Live Gold. FHDL presented by Plantronics Gaming is sponsored by 110 Customs, Figurative Tuning, HKS Performance, Team 5 Zygon, Forza Daily Skids on Instagram, vaporsonline.com, and stickerboost.com. Go to stickerboost.com, enter the code FHDL to get 15% off your purchase. Until next time, at our finale for qualifying, keep it slideways.